up, guys? It's me, Cinefi AMVs 113, and I'm here playing this motherfucking old ass game, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. It came out on this NES with my boy Apocalypse Swag 2001 on the controller, and my boy Big Tits 13. Hey yo,
Yo,
what's
yo,
up,
yo.
Big Tits 13?
Yo.
You ain't been here. It's
Me,
time.
Apocalypse Swag 2000.
Let him know what you stand for, man.
I'm playing the game. I got the controller in my hand.
Yeah, you got the power, man. You playing with power,
Yeah,
man.
I got the Nintendo
It's
power.
like them old commercials. Like I ain't even
Yeah.
watched them.
Yeah.
Yo, big tits. What you stand for, man? What you up for?
Yo,
What
my
you
name is
do?
Big Tits 13 because I like them 13 and under.
Alright, let's fucking play.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Load up that
yeah,
safe
well,
state.
safe state. Yeah.
We
Just
frauds.
No, you're not.
Man, that logo looks so fucking cool. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Alright, let's go.
How's the audio of the game, by the way, guys? Is it loud enough?
Yeah, seems to be.
It's not important.
Well, yeah,
It's not important.
But just more so matters whatever's on the recording.
That's right.
Yeah, I would still like to have the background music even be hearable, so it's not just doesn't just sound like us talking.
No, I'm saying like I'm sure it's gonna be fine on the recording. It's gonna be different on the actual like stream that we're watching.
He got. Okay, this is like the second best weapon he could have gotten anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, but it's like, why
Oh, that was
settle
lucky.
for second best?
That's true, but I'll live. It's not, especially it's not bad for this level in particular.
Yeah, it's like horizontal. Ooh,
Wow, he could have easily dodged that.
how'd you fall for that?
I don't know,
Dumbass.
man.
That's like the oldest trick in the book, you asshole.
Yeah.
Man, we still
Yeah,
got
fuck outta here,
credit.
Cinephiles, AMVs, 113s. Tell us about your newest video.
My newest video.
Yeah, your newest AMV. Tell us about
My
it.
newest AMV. It is an AMV of this fucking game.
Yeah, I know. And now, what inspired you? What inspired you to make an AMV based on this, not on Seinfeld?
Oh, not a Seinfeld. Well, let's just say.
Wow, he's actually playing horribly.
Who's he?
I don't care.
I refer to myself in the third person because I don't know why. Actually,
Apocalypse.
And
Are
I
you
don't
crazy?
know.
Hey yo, Apocalypse 2001, you crazy, man.
yeah, I refer to myself in the third person. I'm like, man, the apocalypse is coming. Why would he say the apocalypse?
He apocalypse is coming.
The apocalypse.
This is crazy.
Sorry for the screen.
What the hell are you doing, man?
Yeah, you crazy, motherfucker.
I'm not playing well. I don't know what happened.
Nah,
I
you
don't
about
know
to
what got
play
in.
well. You got 8 debits. You got 8 debits.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Think about. Let me tell y'all something. If it weren't for a credit score, I only have a debit card.
I didn't. I pressed it to the right.
What do you need a credit score for?
What I need a credit score for, for a fucking thing for what? A house.
I think the thing about credit cards is I would never feel like I'm winning. So, like, no
No,
matter
thing is-
what, I feel like I'm always in the red. You know what I mean?
I think you gotta use a credit card like a debit card, cause it's like.
Oh, absolutely. You
Yeah.
shouldn't be using it like an actual credit. You shouldn't be using it for what it's meant for. You should exclusively use
exactly.
it as you would. But then that just removes the point. You would only really want to use a debit card.
Yeah. But again, the credit card, that's for the credit score, and credit score is literally like social credit kind
What the
of
hell is
almost.
wrong
Yeah,
with that?
because it's just like you're just like saying like, oh, I'm a good citizen because like I
Yeah.
bought all these things, but I could pay for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like there's no reason to dip into the negatives. There's so many people do. It's like I don't want the
Yeah.
temptation. Like, Lord, please do not
Well,
freaking
see,
tempt
there-
me with that deal.
Yeah.
Well,
Leave
see,
me
some
alone.
people have to dip into the negatives because it's like
Oh.
it's a gamble almost because it's like, after my bills, after my mortgage, after everything else, like I don't have the money to buy groceries right now, So I'm going to go ahead and buy groceries so I don't fucking die of starvation, and I'm going to hope that my paycheck is good enough at the end of the month that I can pay them back.
Nah, but think about this. Have you ever tried fasting?
Salt, you're not drinking my water.
You tried
Can you-
fasting, man?
Can you give the whole speech about bread and water on the stream, please?
Bread and water? Which of the many speeches about bread and water?
The one you gave in the server where you're talking about fasting and how it relates to the books that you read and how you're only eating bread.
Ah, yeah. So basically, a few months ago, I read through the Bulgarian classic novel, Tobacco. And I saw them
Okay.
poor ass motherfuckers in that novel, because like the whole novel is like communist propaganda almost. And it's ironic because like the original novel is communist propaganda, but then the communists, they looked at it and they were like, hey yo man, it's not communist enough. So there had to be a fucking revision with like 500 more pages worth of communist bullshit. That's besides the point. So I'm reading this shit, and all the poor workers, right, before they prepare to go on a strike, you know, you get like vivid descriptions of their mornings, right? And they're all poor as fuck. They're all starving, right? And it's like this fucking guy, before he went on strike, he only ate water. This fucking guy,
Ow.
ate like he drank some milk and ate a singular piece of toast. You know what I'm talking about? And that kind of got me thinking, right? These guys, you know, they're onto something, I think, right? Because like
Yeah.
if they're striking, you know, that means they have the willpower and shit or something like that. So it's like, if I also eat like them, first I'll be saving money, so I won't be in their situation of being poor as fuck. And second, right, that shit probably tastes good as fuck, right? So that's it. I made my decision. I went to the store. I bought bread and cheese. Bought some bread and cheese, and all the shit I eat right now. You know, during the work week, bread and cheese, and then I treat myself to actual food during you know the weekend. And I know it's unhealthy, but like I'm kind of like deluding myself into like thinking that, you know, me and God, we cool and shit, although we not cool. Or we cool? I'm not sure if we're cool with God. So I'm pretty much like, yeah, man, I'm totally fasting, right? And he's like, are you really fasting, or do you have a mental disease? And I'm like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So instead of letting yourself be poor, you're choosing to be poor.
Nah, it's like being humble. Because
That's true.
to humble myself before God is the highest honor.
That's true. Actually, that's true.
Exactly. So I'm doing this by choice.
Shit, I kind of want to do this now.
Yeah, real shit.
Plastic.
And
Really great material. Unfortunate, it's misused.
what?
Nothing.
Oh yeah, what else is going? Oh yeah, I'm also doing like before I even started like this fast, this unintentional fast, right? I was doing musical fasting, because I've been making that music, right?
Right.
And it's like, I didn't want to get like I didn't want to lose my inspiration, you know? Because when I listen to other people's music, I'm not like, oh man, I want to make music myself now. I'm like, I want to make this.
Yeah.
Ow! Is he stupid?
Yes, you are.
The only shit that inspires me is books and movies. When I read a really good book, or when I listen, or when I watch a really good movie, that's when I get inspired to actually make something original. And I don't even reference the book or movie in any way. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like 100% creative energy, while the music is just copying. So I'm like, okay, because I can only make music right at home, and I'm pretty much not at home, you know, during the work week. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not gonna be wasting my fucking creative energy and creative interpretations on this shitty ass music with words. And basically, I have now limited myself to an intake of only classical music or no music, and most of the times it's no music.
That sounds.
I
Kind of
love
like
you so
hell.
much.
Why?
Anyways,
What
what
I
the hell
do?
is wrong with me?
Nothing's wrong with you, man.
Oh, my dog's picking up over the mic.
Shout outs to your dog.
Shut up.
I love you, big
man.
tits 13's dog.
Yeah, man. Gotta be my favorite dog on the block.
Dude,
Nah,
I just
bro.
realized. So see, you know, we got 2001, then we got 13, and then we got 113.
No way. It's a 2 and the 0 0.
That doesn't count.
Man, Apocalypse Swag, you're the type of motherfucker that counts by starting with 0.
What,
You're the
what
type-
does that mean?
Listen, man, you're the type of bitch that, like, if some kid in preschool goes like, my favorite color is black, you go, actually, black is not a color, it is the absence of all colors?
I'm the kind of person who when ain't is not a word.
Oh, so you're racist, too.
What?
Yeah.
What's our stance on bigotry?
On what?
On bigotry.
I like big trees.
I love.
And I like big tits. Fuck you.
Forget what we said earlier, my name is Big Tree 13 now.
So you smoke weed now. Is that what I'm supposed to infer?
I like big trees. And I like them with 13 rings or less.
That's right. I like it real young.
Apocalypse, how come anytime Cinephile and I start laughing like dumbasses, you never join in?
I don't
He be
know.
playing
I
the
don't know.
game. He be GB in the game, man.
No, outside of this, whenever we're on a fucking date and you say some funny shit and we start laughing, this motherfucker does not do anything, he just sits there.
Man, that motherfucker eating, excuse me?
For real. I just like to eat my breakfast in peace.
Yeah, fuck do you want him to choke? I don't want him to choke. He's
Yeah, I
my
just feel like
boyfriend.
because you.
My broil friend that I take out to lunch.
Your broil friend, like you
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
like you mean you let me simmer in there?
Nah, bitch, cause you eat broiled. What the fuck? Fuck out of here, man. Fucking. That's why I hate women, cause they be talking all metaphorical and shit. Like, oh, you let me simmer in there? Yeah, that's why I'm broiled. Nah, bitch, it's cause you eat the broiled chicken, man.
Let's see.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm dead. No, I'm not. Not.
Like Tupac, you still alive.
Why did I do that?
Ugh.
He's dead. I get
I'm
knocked
still
down,
alive, fool.
and I can get it up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
Copyright strike?
Huh?
Copyright strike?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. YouTube, don't ban us for this, man.
Was it worth it?
Yes. Game over.
Game over.
Straight begin.
Bisexual intermission.
That's not funny.
Born again Christians be like, now that was fun.
Was.
Man, I was like real urgent with it too. I really had to get it out there.
I don't got the jokes today.
Real
I don't have the jokes any day.
shit. Yeah.
Wow,
fuck
okay.
you.
Wow, okay. Salt, don't drink that. God!
Ooh.
My cat
Ooh.
killed me. My cat killed me.
Okay.
I
Man,
was too busy
apocalypse
focusing on her
swag.
about to drink my water.
Man,
Put-
apocalypse swag. You
dude.
got that apocalypse cat, man.
Yo,
Apocalypse cat.
pussy so bad I'm dead.
Are they deforesting you?
Man, he was fingering that clear while playing the game. That's why he died, man. Oh man.
No.
One hand on the
No.
ghosts, another hand on the goblins, man. Man, fuck.
Stop, not now.
Yeah, see?
I'm betting my cat.
Two
because she
fingers
really
in. Left hand on the clip. He played that clip like a flying simulator.
wants a life simulator.
Like a joystick.
Lord.
Stop trying to drink my water.
Holy shit.
The
Make
pussy
sure
trying to
that-
get wet.
Trying to kill me.
My wife has a perfectly dry pussy. Batman.
Sugar! Sugar, you have to stimulate a clit. No sex, sugar! It's about your pleasure.
Batman. My wife's pussy is completely wet. That's a sign that it's actually healthy. She doesn't have severe vaginosis, Batman. I know what I'm doing.
I love you. Sorry.
No, that was my wife from the back, Batman.
Holy shit!
See, it's a perfectly healthy relationship. Batman. I can please her anytime I want. Her pussy is dry.
Oh, whenever we're finally done recording this, I'm just saving that as a clip just so I can watch it sometimes.
Man, the whole shit is the clip, man.
Yeah, man.
Shit is
But only a
lit.
tiny bit. But only a tiny bit of the pussy's clip. Clip. I mean, yeah.
Anyways, now is the part where I make 0 mistakes and I win.
That's right.
Dude.
Man.
Dude.
Damn.
And we
Now
got
watch
that
this,
extra
watch
life. That's right. Nah.
Holy shit, that's crazy. Man, that pussy got me feeling like Moses. She on a period, I'm splitting
I
that
love
Red
you.
Sea.
Sorry.
Oh, Lord.
God damn. Lord, forgive me for what I do.
Yo, Apocalypse, when are you gonna read the Bible?
Yeah,
I've considered. You know, I want to.
I've consented to God.
Sorry, God nearly came.
That's right. But only a tiny king.
You
only
said
the
the
time.
next book you said the next book you'll read is gonna be the Bible, so I imagine you're just done reading books now.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey yo, apocalypse swag. Why are you an atheist even though you got apocalypse in your name, which is a biblical reference?
He's one of those atheists that's like the real apocalypse is teaching the Bible to our children.
Dude, my favorite fucking subgenre of atheist art, if you could call it art, is like those, like, you know, fucking contrarian atheists who like read the Bible, right? So they fucking make like music based on it, right? Like really ironic songs that are like literal tones of the Bible. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And Pink.
Yeah, shit like that. A lot of early Nine Inch Nails. The Residents made Wormwood. Momus made what did he make? He made Circus Maximus. It's genius.
I forget
Wonder
who
Yet?
said it. I forget who said it originally, but there's this one quote that always goes around r/atheism. It's like, what made you into an atheist? Reading and understanding the Bible.
There's a big difference between reading the Bible and understand that shit. And let me tell you, these bitches ain't understood shit. Because again, I don't know about you, you know, Big Tree 13, but me personally, again, I'm gonna say it again. I said it many times, but I see the Bible, right, as stories for you to interpret and to live your life, you know, based on the teachings of these like fables. You know what I'm talking about?
Don't
again,
turn me into a baby.
some of the shit in the Bible happened, right? But it's wildly exaggerated. Like, I'm 100% sure, right, that most of the shit surrounding Moses definitely did happen. And there was some sort of great flood at one point, maybe like way before any of the fucking authors of the Bible were even alive. You know what I'm talking about? But besides that, oh yeah, and Jesus is also real. But besides that, a lot of stories just feel like fables, which is cool, which is good because fables, again, are literally designed to have a moral to them.
Where my item go?
I don't know, man. What do you think, Big Tits?
That's not his name anymore.
Oh yeah.
Dead naming.
Dead naming.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of what happened in the Bible, I mean, I think that's real. I don't think it was just fables, but I do agree with that standpoint at the very least.
Yeah.
It's like, I really hate from both sides how they take this one specific part and then make it apply to all of it, and I think that's some of the like dumbest shit I've seen, and like with
the incest.
Yeah, and like with the atheist, stuff, what they do too is like, you know, somebody in the comments will go, but the Bible says love thy neighbor, and then they'll go, the Bible also says to kill, and it's like, oh, where do you see that? And then they'll quote like, this guy killed this guy. See, somebody got killed in the Bible. That means Jesus advocates murder.
And the Bible advocates for incest because the motherfucker banged his daughters while drunk, man. It's like,
that's the most common talking point. I see it in like I see it in both like the satirical albums and the actual, you know, shit the guys actually say. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm glad he killed me.
There was this one that I was remember seeing that it was like, again, it was another one of those threads where it's like, oh, I really understand the Bible, you don't, and it was like,
and it's the most literal reading of it.
Yeah, first off, it was that, but then also they were reading. It was like I think it was, I can't remember. I think it was Mark. I think it was a like letter written by Mark, and the atheist in question just like was not grasping that Jesus himself did not write this, but this was rather a letter from Mark, and so like, Jesus said this and this and this and this and this, and then the like Christian in the thread is like, Mark said that. They're like, oh well, Jesus put it in his Bible.
Yes, the Bible he personally wrote.
You know a fucking Adult Swim short that's like the Bible too, written by Jesus.
No, I don't know that one.
Oh, it's a classic. You gotta find
I remember
it.
like seeing this freaking infomercial for like this like new Bible. That was very spooky sounding. And no, it was real though. No, it was like a real.
The Bible.
Oh, real.
You guys remember the Bible 2 Tokyo Drift?
Yeah.
hey yo, Jesus, you crazy. That's a Family Guy. So.
I know.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, little bitch boy. Yeah, come to my house. We're gonna watch Family Guy.
What'd you just call me?
Family Guy.
Man, what?
They call me Family Guy 13 because I only like season 13 and earlier.
That's right. We like him early.
I gotta stop yelling as loud.
Yell louder, I say.
Right.
That was close, dude.
That was awfully close. Have you tried not playing so fucking awful, bitch?
I'm busy freaking scratching my hair or something stupid like that.
Yeah, he's scratching that pussy hair.
Ew.
It's a long and curly.
That's right.
Huh?
Got glasses on it.
Oh,
You already. Oh my god.
That's
You
the second
have-
time I've done that, I think.
I think that's like the first time.
No, remember that the other
Not
time?
specifically the whirlpool. I mean,
Oh yeah.
because that was a cool effect. Like,
Why didn't you put me jumping in water and then jumping out in A and B? Or was that after? Was that on the
that was
second?
after, man.
Oh, that would have so been A and B material.
Man, I really should have waited until you finished the game. But honestly, this like feeling of unsatisfaction at the end with the game over. Honestly, fits the
Unsatisfaction?
game.
I'm never
Yeah.
satisfied.
It fits the game. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the whole game, you
Yeah.
game overing, and then the end of the A and B is the game over instead of the promised ending. It's like I think it reflects most people's experience, including mine, with this shit. See, that's why I
Yeah.
got you playing.
But like, I'm gonna be the only people in the world who are ever gonna beat this game.
That's right, because this game is so like hard,
But like fun hard.
but like fun.
Like my wife.
Your wife, so what now?
Fun hard.
Oh, she has a fun heart.
Yeah.
A fun heart.
Yeah, fun heart.
Yeah, a good soul too.
Yeah, I like playing with it. That's why it's fun.
Yeah.
I'm
So she's got a
manipulative. I'm
fucking
awful.
good hard on, and he's got a fucking good souls.
God, I don't got the jokes today, man.
I don't got the jokes either.
Yes, you do. Apocalypse is the only one who's not funny today.
Let me tell you something about the apocalypse.
Alright. Right on, brother.
It's coming.
What's the worst level in this game, Apocalypse?
It's gotta be. Probably the last level.
Yeah.
Cause it's like you spend 30 minutes doing the most boring, tedious, freaking ladder climbing in the world,
You
killing.
gotta
these
keep your
freaking-
armor too, man.
Yeah, keeping these freaking crows, and then and then you got all these freaking baby gargoyles. You gotta try not to get screwed over by, and then you got the one giant gargoyle at the end. You gotta take care of that guy, and then you gotta like play freaking like a game of chance and this stupid freaking like, ooh, you gotta collect this armor first, and then this armor first, and this armor first. You gotta get lucky enough, get lucky Daft Punk, in order to get golden armor, and then you gotta get the freaking stupid bracelet at the top without also getting hit.
Yeah, and
So-
the bracelet actually fucking sucks unless you wear full gold armor, so you can get the bracelet, die, and literally be fucked over.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's the worst thing in the world. Actually, though, I did manage to take out the gargoyle a number of times without any armor, and it's
Yeah.
not the worst thing, but it's also not good.
And
at
with
all.
the bracelet, which is crazy. He's like the easiest boss.
Alright, next topic of discussion. Would you fuck a gargoyle?
Depends.
No.
It depends. Is it
Include
the
me.
gargoyle? Is it the gargoyle from this game or the spin-off where you play as the gargoyle?
No, I just mean just like general fantasy creature.
Ah, wait.
No.
Like, okay, like let's say you're on one of those big evil New York buildings and you get like locked on the roof
Alright.
and like you're like naked and then you see one of the
Alright.
gargoyle statues and then it's like a full moon and it comes to life.
Alright.
Would you fuck it?
And it shows its full moon.
Yeah.
It moons you. Is it a guy gargoyle or a girly gargoyle?
What do you want it to be?
No,
Tell
I'm
me
serious,
what you
come
want.
on.
There's like four. There's like 4 at each corner. Like two are dudes, 2 are women.
Nah, fucking give me. Don't give me the fucking
Alright.
illusion of choice, man.
It's a woman.
It's a woman. Alright. Could you describe accurately and scientifically the anatomy of a gargoyle labia?
Okay. You know those like really like skinny bitches, and it's like you can't tell
Yeah.
if they're like borderline like unhealthy or if it's just the way their body is.
I
All right, that's kind of what it's like, right?
and the pussy,
Alright.
man. The pussy. How's the pussy?
Yeah. Same deal, really. It's like
Ah, so it's,
It's
like
like
a big
it is.
sim.
No, no, it's like one of those like coin slots, dude.
Coin slots? Yeah, exactly, like Homer Simpson.
Nah. You could fit the whole jar of coins in Homer Simpson.
That's right.
This is like put a quarter in there type deal.
Okay, so this is kind of like I will be destroying the gargoyle while also fucking it, so it's like a whole
Yes.
mission type of deal.
I love.
It's like B sex.
God sent me to fuck a gargoyle.
God, why
Yeah.
can't I play today?
Yeah, I mean, if it kills the gargoyle, I guess I'm gonna fuck the gargoyle. It's what God will want.
So wait, it kills the gargoyle if you screw it?
Yeah, because it's like because it like literally like fucking rips apart.
Yeah.
No, I still wouldn't.
It's like imagine driving like a pencil into an orange, right? Like, you know, it's all fine as long as it's in there, but you know the second that you pull out, like orange starts like bleeding out.
Yeah, the
that's kinda
orange
how everything
bleeds.
goes. Why did you use the orange example?
Why do you think? Split that shit in half. You know what that looks like?
Butt cheeks.
Hold on.
I love you.
That was very painful. Kind of like.
Yeah,
Listen,
my
man.
wife would agree.
Listen, y'all know what this looks like.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out. Put that on the screen.
Put that on the screen, editor.
Can that be the only fucking thing we edit into this? Just that image.
Hey, yo, dude, that kind of looks like my wife's butt cheeks.
Yeah,
Real shit. She Asian.
I thought you didn't like it. I thought you did.
Yo, it's my girl when she got on her period. We call that a blood orange.
God damn.
No.
Call
God.
me Moses. Man, that shit look like my wife's prolapsed anus. Think about my wife. Her pussy might be dry, but that asshole is real wet all the time.
You guys remember when Howie Mandel fucking put a prolapsed anus on his TikTok?
Who?
Hey, yo.
Howie Mandel from The Voice?
From the what?
What? America's Got Talent? Excuse me?
Was the
I know what
pig
America's
anus?
Got Talent is. I don't know who this is.
Well, okay, he's one of the judges on America's Got Talent. He's like a major germaphobe, and he's got a lot of other weird stuff going on. But like, anyways, he's just fucking on his
He
on
hates
his
the
TikTok.
Germans.
No.
On his TikTok, he just goes like, he just posts a picture of a prolapsed anus, and he goes, "Yeah, like my, does anybody know what this is? Like my buddy Mark, you know, recently had this happen. Recently had this happen to him. He also has COVID, so I don't know if it's a symptom of COVID. Like, can anybody like help me figure out what this is?" And it's just a fucking, and like, it's just actually a fucking prolapsed anus.
I totally fucking forgot about this.
I don't know about this. I've never heard
Man,
of
I
this.
remember
And
this.
it's like just the ridiculousness, apocalypse is like, it's just it's again it's just this like family friendly, you know, like TV show celebrity.
Oh my god.
And that just like, this is not like a weird in the head kind of guy. Like this, it's just very, I don't know.
I don't know about this. I've never
Okay.
heard of this.
I'm trying to think of who I could compare this to, but you don't know any celebrities.
Like Kramer saying the N-word.
This is like
Yeah,
Blippi
kinda.
saying the N-word.
that's yeah. There we go.
I
Oh,
swear
did
to God.
Blippi, when Blippi started out, like, I'm pretty sure he had like fucking Harlem shaking like shit scat videos. I think.
What?
I'm pretty sure he did.
That's
What?
badass.
I think, but yeah, I think before he did Blippi, I think that he had like videos of like my girlfriend shits on my phone praying.
Good lord.
Man, y'all seen that fucking 4chan post that was like, "Hey yo guys, I let my girlfriend shit on my chest today, right after I shaved," and it was like, his fucking chest was like covered in these fucking red spots, like fucking scars and shit. That shit was crazy. Y'all seen that?
Was that like an infection from the shit, or
Yeah,
was it just like
infection from the shit. Cause
Oh, I didn't know
like,
if it
he
was. I
shaved.
didn't. Yeah, I don't know if it was that or if it was just like he just did a really bad job shaving.
Nah, it was infection, man. Like shaving, it creates micro cuts. Like they're really
Yeah.
a noticeable tiny micro cuts. It's like it's a fucking infection, man.
God, why do I have this weapon?
So y'all ever seen that?
No, but that's awful.
That's awesome. More like I just imagine it every time I shave.
God.
You remember the one on 4chan? It was like this guy, he's like really into like shit or whatever, and so he hires a prostitute. And he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yo, I want you to shit in my mouth, and she's like, listen, man, I've been down this road before, and most guys realize they regret it the second that their wish comes true. He's like, no, trust me. And so she shits in his mouth, and he said that he was just like too polite to like make a big deal over it, so he fucking swallows it.
Oh my god.
That's
Let
wow.
me tell y'all something.
I know
Shit.
you've already told this story to me before, but that's still
Shit
awful.
is disgusting, right? But piss is
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
yeah.
delicious.
Yeah,
Y'all ever drank your own piss?
No.
no, but I've thought about it.
When I was a kid, I drank my own piss.
I saw this
Not regularly, but you know.
I saw this video. It's on the it's actually on the Tiger DVD. It was Jimmy Urine performing at the CBGB, and
Is that the one where he pisses in the cup?
yeah, he pisses in the cup and he drinks it, and then Steve takes it away from him,
Yeah.
and then he drinks it, and he just goes like, "Who wants to kiss me now, motherfuckers?" And this girl gets up out of the crowd and like makes out with him.
That's right.
Good lord.
And then Steve tried to and what's better is like then like Jimmy Urine starts running through the crowd and like everybody's like kissing him. He makes out with a couple guys too, and then like Steve tries to do the same thing and literally nobody comes after him.
Give me some sugar.
I
I'm
feel
your
bad
neighbor.
for Steve.
Steve is honestly really underrated. It's not that he's even ugly. He's really fucking cute. But like, he's in this band full of like three
Yeah.
women, right? He's like the only guy. And not only is he the only guy, he literally looks like a new metal guitarist, like for most of the fucking band's history. So it's like and then at the end, he looked like so fucking metal that it's like he stands out, man.
Yeah, Steve is underrated.
Yeah, man. Plus, he has a beautiful singing voice. He should have sang more.
Like
Yeah, I
he
agree.
looks like he could be a member of Smash Mouth. Look at this.
Any new metal band, I'm telling y'all.
You just
Give me
call
bet-
Smash
this is
Mouth
better.
new metal.
Nah, but yeah. Honestly, let me tell y'all something about Smash Mouth. I don't think Smash Mouth is new metal, but it's definitely some kind of like fusion genre. Honestly, like they fusing that.
Yeah, they're
fusing-
different.
Yeah, it's like really original. And I actually, you know, this is like paraphrasing, but I once read a fucking tweet, right? That was like, you know,
Idiot!
I don't know if it was a tweet or like a quote from a video, but I'm paraphrasing again. It was like, fucking Smash Mouth could have been the next fucking Beatles if it wasn't for Shrek.
Well, wasn't it
Yeah.
only because of Shrek that they got out as much as they did?
Nah. Their album, Astro Lounge, was a fucking banger. I mean, not like the biggest banger, but it had a bang, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
And,
but
like,
like
the whole-
they reached a much
listen, man.
wider audience because of that.
Yeah, but think about it. They reached a much wider audience, but at the expense of being a one-hit wonder. They have so many good songs. Like Astro Lounge is an amazing fucking album, but no one listened to it because they only listened to All Star.
No, but they had I'm a Believer as well.
Yeah, I'm a Believer, which is literally a cover they did for Shrek 2.
That's fair.
Again, they're just the Shrek guys, and if it wasn't for Shrek, I reckon that Smash Mouth could have had an amazing fucking.
Watching their music video right now, they literally have Shrek in their official music video.
Exactly, it's a licensed fucking song. They're like, hey, Smash Mouth, you did the song for this one. Can you do the one for this one? And they're like, yeah, it's like Weezer in Cars 2.
I don't get it.
What did Weezer play in Cars 2?
They play a cover of a band called The Cars.
Yeah.
I think it was called You Might Think I'm
Yeah.
Foolish.
Oh,
My
okay.
dick
Yeah, it's
doesn't
pretty-
work.
I know Cars, and then I know the song. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
God,
Yeah,
I
a great
want-
movie, by the way.
Is he stupid or something? What the hell is wrong with him
I
today?
fucking hate these motherfucking grown-ass men who think they can fucking judge kids' cartoons like Cars. Let me tell you something about Cars 2. Cars
Wait,
2
hold
is
on, hold
literally
on. you know, Kiss Shreds.
Yeah,
Remember when they actually got Weezer to perform that?
yeah.
That was pretty badass.
What was I talking about? Yeah, Cars 2 is literally the best fucking Cars movie. The first Cars is literally, hey guys, I'm a fucking car and I'm a fucking racist and I'm going to the countryside and they're gonna tell me how to not be racist. Ironic. Right? Then Cars 2 is like, hey guys, I'm a fucking car and I'm fucking in the middle of fucking espionage. My best fucking friend is retarded and he fucking got linked up with like some fucking spies, international spies that are
Cars
gonna
2
fucking
just got-
uncover a fucking international conspiracy in order to shut down like a fucking safe electric cars. Like I'm telling y'all, that movie was onto something. There was literally a terrorism scene, like in the middle of a race. There was like terrorism,
Yeah, because there
multiple
was the
scenes
bomb.
of
There was the bomb
terrorism.
threat. There was the bomb threat, and then the fucking like Pope
Yeah.
got involved.
There was
I'm
a
be honest.
torture scene. There was an extended torture
Yeah,
scene.
yeah.
Where he tortured the
but-
car.
And he has the fucking your mother joke in there.
Yeah, and again, this was like, I'm not scared of this. I'm a grown ass
I
man, and I
feel-
wasn't scared of this when I was a kid. But like, it's literally unsettling. It's like fucking execution footage, like literally zoomed in to his fucking engine as they're fucking like powering it up. That's crazy. And then
Yeah.
Cars 3 is literally Cars 1, except it also Lightning McQueen also has a I'm an old man complex in the middle of it.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I feel like Cars 2 is just like way too like grandiose. Like I didn't mind it at the time. Like I didn't mind it at the time, obviously, because I mean it's a kids movie, and it's like I don't have a bone to pick with it now. But it's like just going from the first movie to the second movie, it's kind of like Die Hard in the sense where the first one, like if you suspend your disbelief for a minute, you know, you can kind of get away with it, like yeah, it's believable enough. But then ooh, he's on a plane and there's these international terrorists, so like, you know, it just gets kind of too big because it had to just do more and more and more, and it gets like too
No.
grandiose. But
Let me put it like this.
but I
right?
think I think Cars 1 and Cars 3 are almost like really damn good sequels to each other, because it's like
Yeah.
the first movie, he's like a young guy and he's cocky and he doesn't listen to his elders, but then in the next movie, you know, he is the elder and he has to like
Yeah.
be okay with like it's no longer his time and he has to move on. It's basically just
Idiot!
it's basically just fucking
What the
Steve
hell is he
Marsh
doing?
with Terminal Mind. You know?
You're acting like I haven't considered this. Of course, Cars 1 and Cars 3 follow the same fucking, you know, narrative, you know, both, you know, thematically and, you know, plot-wise. But listen, Cars 2 is not a Cars movie.
That's
It's
true.
a movie with cars.
That's true.
And the only reason why I think it works so well, right, is because if you took out all the fucking cars from that movie and it was literally just a movie about terrorism, if you did like some tweaks to the plot line, maybe made it a bit complex, it would literally just stand on its own as a good ass movie.
Yeah, like if it was like the next Bugs Life movie.
Yeah, like, yeah, exactly. Because like, you're saying, oh, it's too grandiose, but I would say that being too grandiose would be bad if it was like too grandiose, you know, with the racing. Like if they're fucking racing
Yeah,
on
that's
Rainbow
fair.
Road from
Like,
Mario Kart, that would be retarded.
It's a good movie, absolutely. I just meant like in
Yeah, it's
reflection
not a good
with
Cars movie.
in reflection with the rest of the series, it's just like 1 and 3 just felt a lot more minimal. So it just feels like
Yeah.
2 was just this weird spike where it's like normal countryside. Young guy, and then like part 2 is like, oh, it's spies and terrorists, and then like part 3 is oh, we're back to the scene from the first movie, and you know, he's grown up.
Yeah. Again, they pretended like the movie didn't exist. Cars 2, they pretend like it didn't exist.
I don't remember a single plot from any single Cars movie. I don't know anything about Cars.
Quite
Probably
frankly, you don't need to.
I've probably seen them, but like I just don't remember because I was probably so young. So I've not been able to follow along at all.
All right, best Toy Story movie.
Two.
I've at least seen a few Toy Story movies, but I don't remember the plot to any of them. Or no, I
Best
vaguely
one-
do. I
best one,
vaguely
the
do,
second.
like maybe remember the plot, but not enough to even recount it to you. Well,
Okay, well the first one is the one with Buzz. That's where, you know, because like what he, you know, he realizes he's no longer the favorite toy, and then they're moving, and then he learns to be friends with Buzz. You know, YTP Sexer happens. Yeah.
That's a plot line.
See, big mouth, big nose.
Bitch.
Oh my god, that was scarily accurate.
But then you know
Shut up, take my money.
then then the second movie is where he Woody actually gets like trapped in the yard sale trying to save the other toy, and then he gets then Big Al the chicken freak steals him, and then he meets like Jesse and the other like antique toys or whatever, and because Woody he's like struggling with his own mortality. He's like, ooh, I don't want to be a toy anymore. I want to be a museum piece. But then Buzz is like, oh, you fucking dumbass! Like, there's no love behind a museum screen. You're just gonna be stuck behind glass for the rest of your life. And he's like, wait a second, you're right. And so then he tries to go back, but then the fucking prospector Pete, he like locks him out. And he's like, oh no, we're going to the museum. And so then they go to the airport. No, hold on.
Anyways, best attempt yet. God, I've been taking so long.
I don't give a fuck. Leaves more room for the conversation.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the. They're about to board the plane, but then Jesse gets stuck, and so like, hold on.
Oh my god.
God.
You got this, man.
You're probably right.
And so then he saves
Aw.
saves Jesse, right? And
God.
and they
What the
go
hell is
back
wrong with
home.
me?
Then they go back home, and then Andy's all like, "Oh, gee, thanks for the new toys, Mom." But it's like, how the fuck did these toys get there, and how did the mom never question it? And so that's the second movie. Third movie is like
Sucks.
third movie wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was good.
The third movie is where like Andy's going off to college now, and he's got to get rid of his old toys, so he puts them all in a garbage bag. But he specifically is going to take Woody and Buzz to college with him. Now the toys put in the garbage bag misinterpret this and think they're being thrown away when really he was putting them in the attic. They don't believe Woody when he's like when he tries to explain it, so they're like, nah, he's gonna throw us away, he hates us now. So then they go and they run away to the daycare to be donated, because they think it's all fun and happy over there. But then it turns out that the daycare, after hours is really authoritarian and it's evil.
Animal Farm.
Yeah, Animal Farm. And so they try to break out or whatever, but they keep getting caught, and then like Woody has to break in to break them out, and then at the very end, they finally escape and they get back to Andy's house right before he's gonna leave for college. But then Andy, he has a change of heart, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna give these to Bonnie, the little girl down the street, and so he gives them to her. And then at the very end, he's like about to take Woody and Buzz with them, but then like Bonnie wants to take them, and he's like, you know what, you need these toys more than I do, so he gives them to her, and it's like really heartfelt, and that's where that fucking stupid Reddit meme is, where like they're all on the stairway and they go like, so long, partner. Fourth one, I've never
Didn't
actually
need to
seen
be made.
Yeah, it really didn't. I didn't even see all of the fourth one, but basically, then Bonnie's on a road trip, and then like they're about to and like they're about to yeah they're about to they're on a road trip. They stop at like a circus or a fair or whatever, and once again Woody's being a bitch, and he's like struggling with his own mortality as a toy, and he realizes it's like, oh, I'm not the favorite, she doesn't care about me anymore. And then so he goes and runs away in the circus, and then like circus, the fucking carnival, and
Same.
then he meets Bo Peep there, his girlfriend from the first one. And now one big problem with this is that like in the first one, she was just kind of traditional housewifey type of character, right? But then in this one, oh no, it's girl power now. She's all badass, and she can do cool flips and jump around, and she's like learned how to survive. She's all hardcore now. And so then Woody realizes that he wants to be here, because then then basically like the cycle never ends, because if he stays here at the carnival, you know, lots of different kids will get to see him every year, and he'll never have to worry about them growing up because there'll be new kids each year. And so then Buzz, you know, he's like, yeah, fuck you, Woody. But then he's like, you know, I realize that this is actually perfect for you. And so they say their goodbyes, and then, you know, Woody's kind of retired. And now, I feel like, especially recently, there seems to be this weird trend where a lot of series are like retiring their main characters or whatever to put in a new one. And I don't know if it's just like because that has like a lot of emotional grip to it, so it's just for attention, or what. But like, I know even like my siblings were telling me they fucking retired Ash from Pokemon.
To be
I
fair,
think.
Ash in particular was a very notable case of someone who really did need to be retired.
Really?
Yeah, he was
I mean-
40 years old,
Yeah.
hanging out with little kids, talking about his Pokeballs. Like, what the fuck is that? An innuendo? That's an innuendo for the audience at home.
Okay, no, okay, fucking Simpsons, they should be like in their fucking 50s. The kids, I mean.
Yeah,
But they're not, and nobody has a problem with that.
that's
Well,
true.
I feel like the difference is that Simpsons is an adult show and it has much
The
smarter
Simpsons
writing.
don't have any Pokeballs.
Yeah.
While Ash
think-
Ketchum has a lot
Okay,
of them and a lot of
okay,
bitches
well,
ready to lick
The
on
kids
them.
watching
And they
Pokemon.
under 13.
Listen, man, the Pokemon that I watched when I was 10 years old, you know, is very different than the Pokemon that my siblings are watching at 10 years old. So it's like, so when in my mind, you know, during this part of the series, Ash was 10 years old, but now that they're getting started and they're getting started on the current stuff, Ash is still 10 in their mind, you know. So like, I don't really think it's that big of an issue. But anyway, just what I'm saying is like that has a lot of like marketing and a lot of like, again, that's a very big move from a company standpoint to like, you know, to like retire a character like that. And what's more is he also fucking releases Pikachu.
Why?
I just like I don't know, and I think again a lot of these series lately are just doing this thing where it's like goodbye beloved character, like, oh, look how far we've come, look how
Why
far
does he
we've
never
gone.
give his Pikachu a name anyway?
You know what I think this is?
He doesn't name
I-
any of them.
I know. Why doesn't he name them? Is he stupid or something?
I never named my Pokemon.
I name every single Pokemon I catch, regardless of if I'm ever going to use
You know
it.
what I think this retiring bullshit is?
What?
Okay, so basically we're currently in a creativity crisis, and I've talked about this many times before. The audience is not gonna know about this. Audience, fuck you. Drinking game. Every time I tell the audience to fuck itself, fucking take your pants off and suck your own dick and drink a water cum. Anyway,
I was wondering
was
if you
I
were going to take it back to drinking.
what was I talking about? Ah, yeah. So basically, we're in a creative crisis. There's no
Right.
creativity going around, no creative
Right.
energy. It's fucked up. It's all nostalgia. So I think this is modern companies' sort of postmodern solution to making new franchises. So instead of making new franchises, right?
We
They
just start
take
over the
our-
old ones.
Yes, because not only are they creatively bankrupt, again, we live in fucking postmodernism. Everything has to be derivative of something else, you know. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And all the original shit that gets made is shit, because all the original shit that gets made is just a rehash of shit that already exists. And the only things that, you know, are original are either made by like some fucking like politically incorrect wackos. Not that being politically incorrect is like whack, but it's like, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the general audience, you know.
Well, see, I
it's-
would argue it's the other way around. I feel like anytime anything original is made, it's just like it's like overly PC, because it's like that's the only justification it has for existing. Because it'll be like
That's true.
it'll be like, here's my new show. This is fucking Flower Power 87, and don't let the name fool you. This is actually a guy, but it's also a woman, and they fucking hate the Republicans. Ah.
Nah, I think it goes both ways.
That's
That's
probably
fine.
true.
Because again, I see so much original shit, right? So much amazing fucking art that just gets completely dismissed, right? Just because the fucking guy is like a white supremacist. Like,
Okay.
nah, I'm serious. Is that really the deal breaker here? He's a white supremacist, so I shouldn't
Well,
pirate his music to listen for free?
That depends. Does it?
No,
is it
again,
like part of the? Is it part of the art
No.
itself?
no, that's what my point is.
Oh, okay.
If it's not part of the art, right, then
Yeah.
I can listen to whatever I want. I listen to a lot of liberal artists. I listen to a lot of retarded artists. I listen to a lot of conservative artists. I listen to a lot of conservative disabled artists. And
No, I guess that's
listen
fair.
to them.
Yeah, like I just didn't know if you were saying like there's like white supremacy within
No,
the
no, no,
media.
no,
No. Okay.
The worst it could be is like fucking hidden dog whistles, but let me tell you something about these fucking Nazi dog whistles. Half the fucking Nazi dog whistles that these fucking overly internet using guys fucking talk about, right? They made up themselves. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They either made them up themselves, or these so-called dog whistles are incredibly outdated and no actual fucking white supremacist uses them anymore, or they literally just take some imagery that could be like anything and interpret it as Nazi just to get like the person.
Remember the Twitter thread? Remember the Twitter thread talking about the Buzz Lightyear with the purple suit that was like, white supremacists are using this
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah, I think that one was a joke though, but I'm not sure.
It was definitely a joke. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same idea regardless.
Yeah, it's the same idea. So same shit is happening with conservatives, because like conservatives, right? They like with Gamergate and shit. They were like, "Whoa, these women and libtards." They're like so PC and such snowflakes. But now I think the tables have turned, and now the snowflakes are the conservatives, because they're like, "Oh my god, why does this show have blacks in it? Why are the blacks in the show?"
I'd
And,
argue that.
No. Let me explain.
I mean,
explain.
I think
Let
pretty
me explain.
topical.
Let me explain. Let me explain. How?
Okay. Okay.
Alright. Because let me tell y'all something. I do think that these motherfucking shows are putting them black people in just to get them views. Okay. But I'm just saying. It doesn't sound good to just fucking complain about this over and over and over and over again. How about you do something about it?
Yeah. Because like I think it goes both ways. Like the companies are definitely the companies are putting it in there, A, to get attention into like virtue signal, but then B, like the people that are
Yeah, to
upset
get
about
shit
it.
on.
Yeah, well, but then also too, the people that are upset about it, I feel like the ones that say something about it typically aren't the ones that are complaining that it's too woke. I think that they just genuinely have a problem with minorities being in it. But I will say, I think kind of topical is like right now GTA 6 is getting a fucking lot of flack because you play as a woman. GTA has gone woke.
It's getting a lot of flack.
Yeah.
All the conservatives I know are just like talking about like, whoa, I can finally look at a nice woman butt while playing the game. Oh my god. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, maybe we're just looking at different things, but I've seen a lot of people just bitching that you play as a
I
woman.
love.
But then they like go like, but then what kills me is that they go like, see, this is the problem with modern gaming because like fucking Samus Aran, like she's cool because like she doesn't have to be a woman. You don't have to know she's a woman for the game to be cool. But like this just sucks because they just shoehorn it in as a woman.
What is
And
this
then, like,
fucking shit? Sharia law, you can only be a woman if you cover yourself up.
But yeah, then it's just fucking like it's fucking GTA. Like
Yeah.
what is being like? You're a guy, so like only men can fucking commit vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah. Nah, but really, GTA has always been a boy game. Like, excuse me, but literally since like
so is
the
Tomb Raider, but we can't.
I
Okay, that was
hope you
good.
get that checkpoint.
Okay.
Yes.
Right
Okay.
on.
Nah, listen. Since like the NES, maybe even before that, there were always fucking boy games and girl games. Nah, they're like all the games were boy games is what I'm trying to say. And then like slowly but surely we gained boy and girl games, and then girl games. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I'm like 100% fine with this segregation because it's literally entertainment. I do not care. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, in the same way that there's books that have a male audience, there's movies that have a female audience. And...
Yeah. Like, I
But
do
just
not
just
give
what
a
I'm
fuck.
getting at. Just what I'm getting at is like, it can be a boy game and you can play as a woman. I don't.
Yeah,
think that's-
exactly.
And I think they're just on the current, fucking 2020s trend of just shitting on it
Yeah.
just because of useless identity politics. And it's like these.
Well,
Well,
that's
'cause they'll sit here and they'll say that like Metroid and Tomb Raider did it right by like it's a hot woman, but like that's not her whole personality. It's fucking GTA. What the
Yeah.
hell are you talking about? Like, she doesn't fucking go like, I'm a woman and I love woman things. It's like, it's
No.
GTA. What the hell are you like? What?
Yeah. You playing with this bitch? She got that rocket launcher, man.
Yeah, like even
Blowing shit up.
even if it is a dude that you're playing as, that him being a man has nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Again, it's a boy game, and boys like looking at nice asses. So it's actually better that you play as a woman. Actually.
Play half the time I play Animal Crossing. I play as a girl for what it's worth. I think I have
Half
other
the
problems
time?
though. Half
How?
the time. You can have multiple characters in a game, Lyman.
Oh yeah, but like you don't get to be mayor on every account, so like it's kind of epic loss.
Did I say New Leaf?
No, I just assumed you don't play any other Animal Crossing game actively.
Go fix 3DS, bitch.
That's right. Nah, really. I really do not care about the GTA 6 protagonist. Who fucking cares, man? I just want to blow shit up.
Yeah. Again, I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem because it's the same gameplay wise, but it's like you're not gonna like look past that just because you're mad that it's.
Oh
like,
my
a
god,
woman.
stop dropping from the ceiling! I love you! I hate how fast they drop when you get to the bottom.
I like this new exclamation of frustration. It's very Christian.
I've done it quite. I sometimes just fall into cycles of it. Honestly, it's not a new thing.
This is a good cycle.
Out of all the cycles I fall into, it's not a bad one.
This is the best one.
Yeah.
Okay, conclusion. Fuck GTA, fuck women. Okay.
Oh yeah. What I was gonna say earlier about like
In the
left and
ass.
right. I think both the left and the right are kind of conservative in a way with their in the way that I think they both want to act like each other are super sensitive. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god, the left's so sensitive. Oh my gosh, the right's so sensitive. They'll both complain about the stupidest of things. It's like the right, like, why did you put a freaking black woman in my Lord of the Rings? This is not my Lord of the Rings. And it's like, okay, it's a freaking TV show, calm down. But the left
Yeah.
is like, man, why didn't you put a black woman in my Lord of the Rings? It's like, okay, it's a
Exactly.
TV show, calm down.
That's
And
what
it's
I'm
like-
trying to say.
And yeah, and that's what I'm kind of saying, like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of stupid that we care so much on both ends, and we're blaming each other for being sensitive, when really, we're all being overly sensitive. And we're all just as guilty of it.
And the worst part is the companies are directly exploiting us, because if we just shut the fuck up, we'd be back in fucking 90s Hollywood, where like the biggest stars could be both black and white. Fucking Will Smith and Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and the worst part is nuts.
Yeah.
Well, see, and like, you know, for what it's worth, I know the Mario movie didn't end up being like as bad as people were saying it was gonna be, and I honestly, I never fucking cared. But it was one thing that I even saw, you know, in this group, even in the server and everything, and it kind of like rubbed me the wrong way because all of you guys were whining about it, and you guys all like bitched and moaned about Chris Pratt's voice, and you guys talked about how shit it was gonna be like firsthand. Like I saw some of you guys like whining and complaining about how they ruined Mario, man. Like, how do you think I feel? Like half the shit in the Mario, you know, like.
What the fuck?
But yeah, and so like first fucking hand, you know, I saw people I personally know and whining about this shit and talking about like how awful it's gonna be. And then I would personally ask these people, "Are you going to see the movie?" And they would say, "Yeah, but like as a joke." And I said, "Okay, but then you're still giving them your money, you're still giving them your vote, you're still saying that you're gonna
White, suburban, middle
Middle
class.
class, never have to work again. White, suburban, middle class, I never have to work again.
I hope you understand now, Big Tits 13.
as Big Dick 13 to you because I like him 13 inches shorter."
Forget.
But yeah, you know, so it's just like, again, because you sit there and you complain that this thing exists, but then you still partake in it, you still watch it, you still give it money, but then it's exactly the same thing as like the piracy argument that I always go on about that I hate so much. It's because you sit there and you say like, I hate Nintendo, I hate everything they stand for, like I'm never buying another Nintendo product. But then you sit down and you play their games, and you go, because it's funny, because it's like I
We
don't
all
really...
mask our intentions behind irony because we can't be sincere. It's annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Because it's like
sincere as fuck.
it's because you want to
I
watch some Mario.
love not touching axes.
It's because like you want to see the Mario movie, but fucking Twitter told you to hate it. And so it's like you're going to ironically watch it as a joke. You're gonna, whatever, for the joke, man. I just want to see how bad it is. But then you sit here and you tell me that it doesn't deserve to exist and that you hate it, and then it's like, then why did you give it money? But no, like you gotta think, man. Like they don't make a lot of money off of my one ticket, What me being one guy buying this. Yeah, like me being one fucking guy like buying a ticket doesn't change the movie's existence. So it's like I might as well go see it. But then you're part of the problem, dude. Like if you're not doing like if you're not doing your part and you're not standing for what you believe in, then nobody does.
Yeah. Another shit. Let me tell y'all something about piracy. Can I speak on piracy?
Yes.
I hope you don't hear my dog crying.
I'd like to give my statement on piracy. I practice piracy because, first of all, I like getting shit for free. And second of all, I think it is fun. Not funny. I think practicing piracy is fun to do. It makes me feel like piracy is the last standing, support of the old internet. You know what I'm talking about? Forums are dead. The only forum that remains is like 4chan. Then you have like fucking the Shardy, and like they're both shit and like extremely cynical. Like social media's taking over. They're all spying on my bullshit. So I might as well just go like, okay, fuck you. I'm torrenting everything. You know what I'm talking about?
I wasn't paying attention.
That's the last guard, I think.
Yeah.
Torrent links.
And like I think my biggest thing with piracy and what just angers me so much is like
moral.
Yeah, it's the morality of it, because and like what almost always starts these conversations is somebody in one of these calls will like boldly and proudly announce that they just pirated something, and it's like, first off, I don't need to know that. But then they go on this they go on this whole moral tangent about how it's okay and it's justified to pirate Nintendo games or EA games or whatever it is that they're pirating because it's a bad company. And so and the thing we always get to is they start making some of the fucking most dumbass takes ever, because they say what it always comes down to is they always say that companies do not deserve to own their products, and that when you create something it should be made for free.
Yeah.
Fucking like when I go to Walmart and fucking whatever source they get the fucking apples from, that I should be getting those for free, because your fucking creation that you could ruin the fucking ground, I want that for free.
I think there is one single argument for piracy that's actually very sound, actually. Okay, so you have like these streaming companies, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of them just release this shit like on streaming exclusively. They don't have a DVD release, they don't have anything, and they could like pull it from their store at any point, right?
Yeah.
They have like Steam, where you don't buy games, you buy licenses for the games, right?
Yeah.
And the companies can choose to make them unplayable at any time. So the companies are not letting me truly own their products. So if they're not letting me own their products,
I mean, that's why I'm a big advocate for like physical media. That's why I buy CDs or vinyls over Spotify.
But if there's no physical media,
But I still don't think that's sound, because you don't own the rights to that IP, and you never will. And if you disagree with the practice of it and you think it's stupid, then you don't win that by pirating. And
I'm not saying that I win. I'm not. I don't want to win. I'm just saying, if the company does not want me to own their product and I want to own it, then I'll find a way to own it. And if the only way is piracy, then so be it. Like that's the only moral argument that I support. Everything else is just bullshit. Okay.
Yeah, but then like at least with that argument there, like you're still acknowledging the legality of it, and you're still acknowledging like what you're doing is still piracy.
Yeah,
The thing that I get is I get these like pussy ass people who they can't stand to like be told that what they're doing is morally or legally wrong, and so they will sit there, and I've been told that piracy is legal in the U.S. and I will say why, and they'll say because the company does not have the right to this and this and this and that, and it's like and
They fucking do.
yeah, exactly. And then I think one of the worst fucking things that I heard was somebody was talking to who you are. Somebody was talking to said like a lot of games don't have demos. So what happens if I pay for this and I decide I don't like it and the refund window has expired? And so I said like tough fucking shit. Like you paid money for it and that was the agreement. You said here's $10, let me have your game. You don't then get to go and say like, oh, but I wanted to just try it out, and then if I didn't like it, and they just could not grasp that and it's like you don't do that with anything else. Like if you buy a shitty movie and you didn't enjoy it, you don't fucking take it back and say I didn't like this movie, give me my money back. No,
Yeah, you just force yourself to like it instead.
yeah, exactly. Or it's like the amount of fucking CDs that I've bought from the record store or whatever. If I don't end up liking it, I'm not gonna sit there and cry and whine like a bitch that I can't take back this music I didn't enjoy after I listened to it. And so what this guy said was, I first pirate the game and effectively use it as a full game demo.
Oh my
god. And then if I end up liking it, I might give them money and I might pay for it later down the line. To which again I said like,
dude,
oh my god,
I was right to the end.
And then I said to him, you're choosing whether or not this person is entitled to money for their product that they have put out at a price point, and he said yes. And then I even asked him like, okay, if you were a creator, like, would you want to would you want people to pirate this? And he said yes. And I said you would want people to pirate your game instead of paying for it. And he said, well, I'd rather have them pirate it than not play the game. Yeah. And I said, okay, well, if I was a developer, I would like people to pay for it. And then he went on to argue with me about how not wanting people to pirate a product you make is like the stupidest thing ever.
I mean, there's an argument to be made.
I got told I was wrong for if I created a game, I would want people to pay for it instead of pirating it.
See, there is a single argument for why these full game demo bullshits are fine, but it's really specific, okay? And it's only related to anti-piracy, nothing else. So it's actually been shown that anti-piracy measures actually, lead to less sales of the game.
Yeah, and that's fair, and I do understand that, and so it is kind of this weird game that you're playing, but
yeah.
And again, it just kind
and
of
that's the only excuse.
Yeah, and what I keep going back to again is like, if you're going to pirate, I don't care. We've all pirated things. You can pirate things, and even with this guy in particular, my problem was not that he was pirating things. My problem was that he was so proud of himself for pirating things, and he kept, like, in between his arguments, he would say, remember kids, it's always morally ethical and a little bit funny to pirate into new games. Like, just like a fucking buzzword. And it's like it's a big joke to them. It's like it's funny and again, it's like you can pirate as many Nintendo games as you want. I just don't want you to sit here and say like, guys, I did something a little bit funny. I caused a little mischief.
You know what I fucking hate about these guys? They don't even know how to properly pirate. That's the worst part. I saw like a fucking Twitter thread, right? Of a guy going like, guys, let's fucking boycott all these companies by fucking pirating all their shit. And instead of like providing actual resources on how to torrent stuff, they literally just, linked like a bunch of fucking, pirating streaming websites with like 700 viruses, like 100,000 of them, and all of them suck. And then they were like, oh, but if you cannot find the show, you can find a Google Drive links, someone has. What do you think they fucking got that shit they put on the Google Drive? They got it from a fucking torrenting site, you idiot.
Yeah. At least I have a little
Hold on,
bit
I'm gonna
more
freaking
respect
put this dog up so they don't keep him barking.
All right. At least I have a little bit more respect for torrenting, because I know torrenting is a little bit different, because it's like, it's not copying. It's like, this is my personal copy that I'm just sharing with everybody. So it's like, That's a little bit, and that's how it used to be back in the day too. Back when things like LimeWire and like when you would pirate music, they would always get off on these technicalities because there was a host, and so it was like you weren't downloading, this Nine Inch Nails album illegally. It's because this guy named Jason online is sharing it with me. It's like it's file sharing. Like he owns this album, so Nine Inch Nails got their money, but like
Yeah. I just think, again, I just want to underline this. I don't think it's funny. I think it's a fun activity.
Yeah. I was like, again, I have no problem with like the way that you do it because you just do it and then you, like, if you fucking pirate, I don't know, Sonic 2 on the Sega Genesis, you're just gonna say like, hey, you want to watch me play Sonic 2 on the Genesis?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say sure, and then that's the end of that. The problem I have is people going like, guys, I did something a little bit funny today. Oh, what did you do? I may have pirated Sonic 2 on the Sega Genesis. Why did you pirate it? Well, actually, you see, it's perfectly legal because Sega has gone on record to say they don't care about piracy. Yeah, but it's still a crime. No,
I
it's
fucking
not.
hate this part of the level. I hate this part of the level. I hate this fucking part of the level so much.
I know, right, man? It's because it's inconsistent. It's not predictable,
Yeah.
but not a good
I
way.
think that's about enough talk about piracy as I can handle.
Alright, conclusion. Fuck piracy and fuck liberals.
Yeah, pretty much.
We came to the same conclusion as the last point.
Everything's connected, man.
Anyways, now we got it in the bag.
In the bag. In the
In
bag.
the bag.
In
In
the
the
bag.
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 bag.
In the
In the
bag.
bag.
In
Oh.
the bag. Get the flag. Get the flag.
You smoke with your mother with that mouth?
Yeah. Shout outs to my mother. I drink with my mother. Thank you, Mom.
I don't know why, but something about you saying, thank you, Mom, right when the little, like, baby thing was on the screen and you killed it.
That's the baby gargoyle.
That's the thing you're fucking?
What?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
I was thinking they were gonna be more, like, creepy dragon vulture looking things.
No, man. Alright, so fucking an adult gargoyle would kill her, right? But fucking a baby gargoyle, that would be like fucking tearing it apart with your dick.
Yeah, gosh.
Think about that for a change.
I don't want to think about that.
I do.
Whoa.
Alright. Oh my fucking god.
Easiest
Dog, this is rape. Holy shit. Man, did you ever notice that heart in the background? I never noticed that.
I never noticed that actually.
What the
I wish
fuck?
we could kill the heart.
Yeah, that would be badass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyways, now I'm making smooth progress.
Yeah. Smooth moves.
Yeah, WarioWare.
What the fuck is that?
WarioWare smooth moves on the Wii.
I've never heard of that.
It's like it's like one of the best WarioWare
I
games.
know, you fucking idiot. You fucking cunt. Pussy, kill yourself.
I will.
Thank you. Man, that's a good nickname. Imagine being called cunt, pussy, kill yourself. That's like...
That sounds like a freaking like breakcore artist name.
Use cunt.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, there was this fucking breakcore artist that had a song called like Mr. Kill Myself, and every single time, anyone mentioned her, like a friend of mine would fucking say Mr. Shit Myself.
Why did my chair just lower?
It shat itself.
I kind of like these guys better now that they're not skeletons.
Yeah. They're like nice and peaceful.
Yeah. Is Big Tree alive right now? I love you.
What the fuck? That's like the second time he died here.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with that fucking corner?
I don't know. Man.
Nah. What's up with that edge, not corner? I'm stupid.
Yeah, man. Edge. Like Microsoft.
Edge. Yeah,
Microchef. Very smart.
Michael Shaft. Michael Shaft.
Michael's what?
Mike. Hey.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. Yes. Hi. Okay, hold on a second.
Oh my god. I'm so alone. I'm so lonely and alone. There's no me in these times of need. What did I do to deserve this? What did I do? Anyways, while that motherfucker's gone, let me tell y'all about some real shit.
Yo, why we got the game paused?
Oh shit, man! Why'd you decide to come on here right as I was about to tell the audience, like, I was about to have a one-on-one talk with the audience, man.
Okay, I'll leave.
I was about to get real down and dirty, man. Come back here, man. All right, what you got on your mind? Nothing. Anyways, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all a little something. If you use the olive oil and it's extra virgin, bitch, then you extra virgin. Oh, who the fuck are you?
My name is Big Black 13 because I like the first 13 albums and earlier.
Man, I thought you was gonna say something totally different.
Yeah, here's a good one for you. Do not go on r/Big Black hoping to find stuff from the band.
Yeah, can I go on
Yeah,
can I go on the subreddit Black 13 and under?
Lord.
I'm gonna fucking die. What is our opinion on dying?
Dying?
Yeah.
I think it's an inevitability, but not really opposed to it. Like I wouldn't want to live forever.
Are you scared of that?
Am I scared? Oh, absolutely.
I am not. But I want to clarify, but I am not scared of that. I don't mean I'm not scared of being killed or some shit. You know what I'm talking about? Obviously, I'm fucking scared of being killed, murdered, dying painfully. You know what I'm talking about? But like the actual concept of death itself is not scary to me. And I think a lot of people place their anxieties, right, of the way they die on death in general, which I think is extremely misguided, you know? Because like, Oh, I'm
My,
thinking.
my fear isn't even about how I die. It's just really just the concept that it's going to happen, because it's like you have so much investment and so much care for the world that you're in, and it's like coming to grips with the fact that there's something like bigger than that, and that you are going to have to leave it behind someday.
Well,
In the same way that you would be upset if one of your favorite possessions or like or an item that you really care about, if you were to just throw that away unexpectedly or just leave it, or if somebody were to take that from you, you know there's almost this kind of anxiety and this kind of like fear, because we'll take my favorite CD. Okay, you know I'm not scared of losing it right now because I have no reason to believe I would lose it. But if I was told that in roughly 60 to 70 years, unexpectedly somebody's going to forcibly take it from me, and I don't know when, or I don't know how, or I don't know why it's going to happen, but there's a countdown timer and that CD will be taken away from me. That's a little bit scary. It's like, I care about this thing. And so when that's your actual life, and it's not just you as a physical thing, it's also everything mental, everything that you care about, everything that you meant to the world, and every thing that you've experienced and everything that you enjoy, that's going to be sort of robbed from you. And it's going to happen. You don't know why, you don't know where, and you don't know when. You just know it's going to happen eventually. That's kind of hard to come to terms with.
I think I've come to terms with that, but I could be wrong because it's like, how do I say it? Again, I do not believe that the material world in which we live in, right? I'm not saying there's nothing worthwhile in it, you know what I'm talking about? But I'm just saying, um, it is in a way designed to be escaped, you know? Not to
Yeah.
be escaped through suicide or death. It's to be escaped, through Nazrava. It's to be escaped through like a form of enlightenment of sorts, by following in Jesus' footsteps, right? Um, and this is why I think I'm not scared of that. Even if there's no afterlife, right? I will die knowing that the things I have done to the material world are great, and the harm that the material world has done to me is minimal. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I think, again, if even if it's pitch black when I die, I'll be happy with this. I don't know. Cause like I don't want to die, right?
Yeah.
Not yet. Nah, I don't want to die ever. Um, but when the time comes, right? And I'll know when the time comes, man, fuck it, we ball, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But if I get stabbed in a fucking alleyway and bleed out and die of an infection, that'd be fucking assaholic. Fuck you for that.
Yeah.
But anything else, like dying in my bed, like peacefully, or dying in my sleep, that shit's chill as fuck, man. Hell yeah.
So I think it's just, for me, it's just like I just enjoy living so much, that,
Yeah.
like, I say that not even like a cheesy way,
I
like
enjoy
legit.
living.
Yeah, dude, I just fucking wake up and I'm like, hell yeah, like I like where I am, and
I enjoy
so
living.
yeah, and so it's just kind of that, like, gosh, I enjoy this thing so much, and this thing brings me so much joy. So again, it's just kind of like, shit, this is gonna be gone forever one day, and so like and especially being a Christian and everything, it's like,
Hello?
even knowing heaven exists and knowing hell exists, and that your life will ultimately be better when you are in that place. It's still scary because you don't know what it's like, and so you're more comfortable with what you do know. So it's like, to
Yeah.
be told, like this thing that you love, this thing that means more to you than anything else, like that's gonna be gone someday. And
Yeah.
there's a difference between this 80 years of enjoyment versus this eternity of you don't even know what.
I think heaven is getting assimilated. I mean, like, heaven is you getting assimilated. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well, the way I've always heard it described, and like I understand that argument, the way that I've always heard it described is like your brain changes and your soul changes, like you're enlightened, and so it's like your choice is not taken away, but it's like, why would you make the wrong choice? because you're not thinking with the same earthly knowledge that you are right now. You have this actual holy aspect to yourself
Yeah.
now, and you understand new things that you didn't understand before. And so it's like you could still sin, you could still do something bad while in heaven, but it's like, dude, look around you. Do you realize just the grandness and how incredible everything around you is? Like, it's like why would you ever sin? Why would you ever want to be cast out of heaven? And in the same way that like that the angels, they had a choice. They had a choice to either become the demons that worship, Satan, or to stay in heaven with God. And so it's like the choice was there, but it's like you're in fucking heaven. You're not gonna choose to sin. And so, and I was hearing this argument that's like you see, hell is a lot better than heaven because in hell you keep your individuality. Like you can still feel things. In heaven, it's like you end up hating everybody that doesn't go to heaven with you, dude. Like literally you ostracize. Like if your best friend didn't fucking go to heaven, like you're gonna hate them. But it's like it's different than that. You get this new. You're still thinking with this earthly rationality. You literally you gain this knowledge of everything in this entire other world that you're not even a part of now, and it's very close-minded to think that it's that you're gonna be worse off by being in a place like that.
I just want to clarify. I didn't mean getting assimilated as in literally getting changed like that for like the worse. By that I mean, okay, so according to Eastern Orthodoxy, right? God is everywhere. He is not one thing. I don't know if Eastern Orthodoxy has an anthropomorphized version of God, God looking like man, but it's to be assumed considering he made us in his own image, right? But God lies in every single particle that we observe. You know what I'm talking about? So when you die, I think this is in a way your spirit and life energy getting relocated. You know what I'm talking about?
Always make sure to close it.
Sorry, I'm back.
What did you miss?
According to Eastern Orthodoxy.
Yeah, according to Eastern Orthodoxy, God is everywhere, right?
Right.
And while I think he does have an anthropomorphized form, because he made us in his own image after all, I don't think it's really like, that set in stone, So if God lays in every single particle of this universe, right? Then wouldn't heaven be the privilege of getting to join God by getting assimilated into, the millions and millions of particles that make up the world that are God and are godly?
I guess in a sense, but that's an interesting take. I don't know.
Again,
I always thought of it a little bit like, I mean, you're still, like, when you're in heaven, you're still under God. You're still...
Yeah. No, I'm not saying you're not under God in heaven. I accept both interpretations of heaven. Right. If anything, this is like less of a, what I think will happen to me when I die definitively, but more like a thought exercise. You know what I'm talking about? Right. Because, like, you don't know what heaven is. That's the fucking point. Yeah. Even the Bible can say, oh, heaven is like this. Did the guys who are writing the Bible die? No. They don't know that shit. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, like, die while fucking writing the book, And another thing, I don't understand, this, you are enlightened, you are in heaven. The thing is, to get into heaven, I'm not saying you must be enlightened, but being enlightened before you get to heaven is big, it's a big plus is what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So basically what I'm trying to say is, I really, 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 really want to be a priest.
Go for it.
How did we get here anyway? Because that was a god.
Yeah, see, fucking atheist bitch over here can't handle the concept of a guy wanting to be a priest, so he laughs.
But I'm serious.
No, I just thought it was funny the way he segued back in.
Again, I don't know if it's like a phase or something, but I hope it's not.
I think it's just.
I genuinely want to serve God in the most direct way possible.
And I think that's great, and I think that's incredible. But it's like you also have to come to terms, like you're gonna have to give up a lot of
I know.
A lot of the things that a lot of the modern conveniences that you have now.
No. There's a difference priest and being a fucking what was it? Fucking isolated fucking monk, dog. Cause like in Bulgaria, here's how it works. You're either a black priest or a white priest. You know what I'm talking about? And black priests, they're the ones who like get locked up in like churches and like never leave and like fucking live out on their own. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
And then you have like the white priests who are again regular part of their communities that do priest shit as kind of like a job. Both priests get paid, you know, but again, being the white priest, you get the priesthood, and you also get the pleasure and the responsibility of being part of your community. You know what I'm talking about?
That's fun.
So I would much rather be a white priest, because thing is, we all know that churches have a lot of corruption, right? And let me just tell you, the shit that happens, with these monks, right? I'm just gonna say it's not pretty, alright? What they do to each other and what they do to other people. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's not godly, is what I'm trying to say. Or maybe, it doesn't happen with every single these, isolated communities, but what I'm trying to say is, if it happens anywhere, it happens there.
Yeah.
And there's been cases. And I do hope it's still respectable, not only respectable, but, I hope it's respectable, that I'd rather not be a fucking monk who lives out in the mountains and shit, you know what I'm talking about? Because
Yeah, absolutely.
the whole essence of my life, up until now, is giving up on harm and my vices, you know what I'm talking about? There are very few vices that I actually have left, and this is not even me just going like, oh man, I gotta fucking quit this. It's literally like, of course I'm going, yeah, I gotta quit this, but it's like at a subconscious level, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I veer off that shit and I don't even know how, so I'm just saying, I'm thinking eventually, in a way, I'm not saying that my life will just get sorted out through no effort of my own. Obviously, I fucking put in effort to quit things, but it's like that push, that initial push, and that's like really strong, that gets me to even do it in the first place and actually succeed, you know what I'm talking about? So it's like, if I want to become a priest, like, I'm already halfway there, when it comes to like not abusing my vices, and some people say that I have the gift of speech, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I can really use my words, right? And I think those two things, I think those are two skill sets of sorts. I'm not gonna say me quitting a bunch of like shit that I use as vices is like a skill of some sort, but you know what I'm talking about. I think having these two things under my belt, I think it makes like a really good case for me to be a priest. Not only that, I'm interested, in religion in general, the mechanisms of religion. I interpret, like shits into that shit, right? And I'm just thinking, right? What is there to lose?
Blow my nose. There you go.
What is there to lose? I don't think there's anything.
Man, if I get one more knock on my door.
Yeah,
Knock,
Christ, you better answer.
knock, and I don't have it. No.
Swag.
But yes, I support you becoming a priest.
Yeah. And
I feel like
really,
I feel like the sooner that you get started on that though, it would probably be better, because I mean you gotta study the Bible for a long time, my guy.
Yeah, and after the thing is, I am gonna read the motherfucking Bible, cause it's like, what am I reading now? Cause I started reading like a couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
And again, I'm working my way up. I'm reading these fucking long ass novels.
I
and they're
looked
only
at
getting
Infinite
longer.
Jest. I looked at Infinite Jest. 1,104 pages.
Yeah, and I've read fucking Tobacco and Paragraph 22, which are 500 pages each. You know what I'm talking about? And
Yeah.
Infinite Jest is, I think, is like non-chronological and has like multiple storylines, so it's not like I'm gonna get fucking bored. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if it's written boring, then yeah, I'm gonna get fucking bored. But you know what I'm talking about. So like, I think if I can read Infinite Jest, I can read the fucking Bible, dog. You know?
Sorry, I'm back. Somebody knocked on my fucking door.
By paragraph 22, I mean catch 22. The Bulgarian name is paragraph 22.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine.
Is
It's fine.
that what you were talking about, losing the gold armor and getting screwed?
Yeah.
Because see, he's gonna be, oh shit, oh, he gonna find that demon with that fucking gauntlet. Look at the range, look at the range, look at the range. Oh hell no!
Hey, Saul. I can't right now. I'm sorry. I'll give you that.
I don't know if it was intentional or not, but I like the joke of you saying "look at the range" while singing at different octaves randomly.
I like that.
Let's just pretend it was intentional. Man.
That was kind of awesome. That was not so awesome. Salt, please, please. I'm trying to play video games. The salt, stop. Don't drink water. It's not good for you, I think. It's water. It's
What?
water. It's good for you. It's very good for you. Don't freaking touch it. Me to my beautiful wife.
This is
Don't.
not my beautiful life.
Since when?
How did
When
I?
days go by, let the water hold me down.
How many days have gone by?
3 or 4.
Water holding me down? That seems like a fucking oxymoron, you idiot.
That's true, actually.
Y'all never thought about that before.
Wait, what?
Man, water holding me down, that's an oxymoron.
How?
Makes you float.
Yeah. When
How
you
the
float
fuck
down
do
a
people drown?
It doesn't.
Bitch,
hold
there's
you
a
down.
different-
You just
there's
can't
a-
stop swimming.
There's a fucking difference between being held down by something and being pulled down by something into the depths. Being held down, that's like being kept like stationary or
I
something.
love. It killed me.
It's so painful to see a real brother man down when they knock his armor down.
Yeah.
I feel pain every time your armor gets knocked off like that, dog.
I tell you, I came to bring pain hardcore from the
Hardcore from
brain.
my ass. Let's go inside my anal brain.
Let's go inside my anal ass.
Let's go inside my anal plane. Bum, bum,
Bum.
bum, bum. Find out my asshole based
Damn.
on this fucking dildo condom. That's right. Woo.
Man.
Oh,
That was my performance of Bring the Pain by
Uh,
Method Man.
Dildos haze so I can get fucked in the anal. You know, prolapse.
Man.
And get fucked wild in the ass.
Explode! Ah!
Oh.
Came. Now you might be saying, Apocalypse Swag 2001, why don't you just give up because you lost your army? That's stupid. You're stupid. Why would you say that?
I think the names have been a much smaller part of this than I was initially led to believe.
What names?
Our gamer names are tags, dude.
Our gamer names?
Well,
But
why
dog,
would
our
you be
gamer
part
names
of
are the biggest part of our lives. They're like our identity, man. What are you talking about?
That's true.
Like, that's just us, man. Like, I know for you it's like trivial and like you don't really care, but like to me, my gamer tag, that's an extension of myself. And also the real me.
You will never be a real cinephile.
I love. Stop saying.
You
Saying.
keep saying. It's nice to say. It's nice words. Honestly, I'm not even kidding.
We need more positivity in this world, man.
Yeah. Enough with rape and humiliation.
Steve Albini.
Steve O'Bean.
Like a small little creature.
I want to get like a beanie that just has like the print is just like a stretched out picture of his face, so it's a
I cried!
Steve Albini beanie.
When
I
angels
cried
deserve
so
to
hard.
die.
The worlds
Freaking.
collide, laugh so hard, swear you die.
Yo, he referenced the thing I reference every now and then.
Are you going with me? Cause I'm going with you. That's the end of a hey hey. Y'all ever listen to Power Man 5000? You don't.
No, but I have listened to Bagman.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I forgot what it was
Fuck
called.
you.
The Cinephile A&B upload. That was not a Cinephile A&B upload.
Fuck you. Every
Big Tree knows
time
what
I
I'm talking
think
about.
about you, every time you go through my head, I just want to violate OSHA regulations.
Ah! Sorry, I violated an OSHA regulation. They came to my house. They knocked at my door. And I was like, Jesus, I didn't call you. Stop interrupting. And he goes, no, this is not Jesus. This is his father. I'm like, what?
Elvis.
I'm coming to your room. Ready? Hey, Salt, you want out?
No, I don't.
Okay, Salt is officially out of my room. Next two cats I get, I'm naming them Nutmeg and Cumin.
No, that's not funny.
Sorry, next two cats I get, I name them I name them Onion Powder and Hot
Cool
Sauce.
Ranch.
Cool man.
Yeah, you better not be cumin in that cat.
Shut up.
Hold on, dude.
See, you cumin that cat.
I was just
I was just zooming in that cat, officer. I was coming in the cat. Yeah, sure.
Now, for as many things that kill you in this game, I'm surprised that fall damage isn't one of them.
Nah, man, that would
honestly,
be
as it
that's
should
how-
be. Also, there's not really that many places where you can fold that far.
I mean, it just seems like you know when you play the original Donkey Kong, and you're like, shit, everything I do in this game kills me. I feel like
Yeah.
it is the exact type of thing like back there when you missed the jump and you fell. I just half expected him to go into his like death animation.
This game makes you feel pregnant.
I mean, that's a good comparison. It's like shit, I can't do any of this. I'm gonna kill the kid.
traumatized.
Mhm.
And then feel a little too
This is
pregnant.
like during the Ottoman Empire, where when the Turks were in Bulgaria and they went around and like every single Bulgarian woman they found, and the Bulgarian women were like so strong spiritually. This is real, by the way. That after they got raped and impregnated, they literally took stones and fucking bashed their own heads in until they died
Good lord.
to not give
Right.
birth to a Turkish baby, because this shit is ethnic cleansing. You know what I'm talking about? And we don't stand for that in this Let's Play channel.
One time, one
I don't like
time,
ethnic cleansing. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I
like my
just feel
ethnicity
really
is
partial
dirty.
to ethnic
Yeah.
cleansing as a white man myself.
One time,
Cause like we was literally getting ethnic cleansed. Like that shit was crazy.
one time when
Yeah.
one of my sisters was born, we didn't eat corn for like a year because my mom read somewhere that a lot of young children can have corn allergies and it can be very difficult, especially in infancy.
That
So
that's
we just didn't have anything with corn in it for like a year because she like didn't want cross contamination.
that is kind of stupid.
Listen,
kinda
listen,
smart.
man. You'll understand when you're a parent, but it's like
No.
you can definitely tell the change between like first child you're freaked out, second child you're like whatever, third child you're freaked out again, fourth child you don't even care anymore.
Dude, that's literally my aunt. She's got like 3 kids, and she got like like 2 daughters, right? My cousins. First, she was freaked out. Second, she was cool because like they were both chill as fuck. Then she got like remarried, right? And like 10 years, fucking I don't know how many years after like she had my first group of cousins, right? She had a third baby with like this fucking guy she remarried, right? And that little motherfucker is a total menace. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about shit like that motherfucker shits his pants, right? As a manipulation tactic. I'm not kidding.
That's crazy.
That guy's foul. I
Yeah.
think he good now because he's like 3 years old, but goddamn, I'm just saying that
I
shit is
should start doing that.
You know, I always,
that third child always freaks you out.
yeah, you know, I always kind of worry about my siblings because it's like part of it's being the oldest, but it's like I feel like the way I was raised is so vastly different than the way that all like subsequently the rest of my siblings were raised, and like I feel like they were raised more similarly to each other than the way that I was raised comparatively, and it's like, you know, and obviously there's a lot of things in my life that would, you know, disagree with this, but it's like I feel like I was always just honestly kind of one of the least coddled by my parents, you know. I just like, you know, that's definitely given me issues in the like other aspect, but like I do often like think about that. It's like, you know, and it's like it's kind of asinine to be worrying about this at this young of an age for them, but it's like I
Yeah.
do always wonder like how they're gonna make their mark in the world, or where, you know, things are gonna go from there, or just like, you know, just talking about real world experience. And I think a lot of it even came from just like for me especially, like it's like I think I kind of freaked myself out because it's like I did feel like I was being like just kind of like, you know, I wasn't doing anything and I wasn't being productive and I wasn't whatever. So it's like I really, you know, and look, my parents would sit there and argue with me and not to fucking open up my deepest darkest secrets on a fucking Ghosts and Goblins Let's Play, but like, you know, again, it,
dark.
like the pussy, but but yeah, you know, it's like, again, it's like my parents will argue with me. They'll say that it's like I'm putting too much stress on myself for that, and or that I'm refusing to like see what has been done. But it's like, I know for a
Just
fact,
exercising your white boy swag.
but it's like I know for a fact that the reason that I'm the way that I am, you know, today, and like just kind of the steps that I've made in that direction, and you know, just kind of how hard I've worked to get to the point that I'm at, it's not because of how I was raised, it's in spite of it. It legitimately is, because the path that I was on, being led by my parents, it's like I don't, you know, that was not going to have anything for me, because it was a truly lazy path, and it was just you're smart, you'll figure something out when you're older. okay, I'm older now, what do we do? You'll figure something out when you're older. Okay, well, I'm even older now, what the hell do we do? And, you know, just wasn't going anywhere. And so now they sit here and they tell me that it's like I'm freaking myself out and that I'm trying to move too fast through the world, and maybe I am. But it's like, I legitimately, like, I can't, you know, it's again, because if I follow your advice, it's gonna be the same way it always has, because I freaked myself out at fucking 11 years old, and I begged and I begged and I begged to, you know, be put into a school or to, like, you know, be able to this or that, and I always got shut down just because, oh, the schools in our area aren't safe or they're not good. And so I legitimately feel as though I was robbed of an education.
Yeah.
And so now my parents sit here and they tell me that it's kind of my fault and that I should have, you know, like, and like, oh, you could be going to college now. No, I can't. No, I can't. I am grossly uneducated. I don't know a fucking thing. And so it's, in their eyes, it's kind of my fault, and it's like I'm stressing myself out. But to me, it's like, this is directly due to kind of the practice that we've established in this family, and like obviously that's going to continue for the rest of my siblings. And so it's like, I honestly, I think career-wise, I think the only thing that keeps me driven is just pure emotional anguish, almost, just for the hatred of just how, like,
Pure malice.
yeah, I guess just for, like, productively having done nothing for the past, you know, like, almost 2 decades, you know, so, like, really cracking down and making up for lost time. And, you know, and so it's like, I do always fear that it's like my siblings aren't going to have that same amount of, just, like, emotional strength within them to, like, to just turn it around in the same way that I have, or that the opportunities that I've had won't turn around. You know, it's like, even, you know, it's like, I've never admitted this to them, and I never will say anything about it, but it's like, I don't necessarily trust them with my future anymore, you know, and that's kind of like a world-shattering thing, but it's like, I've always told myself that, you know, it's like, and especially everything that happened with my car, because, you know, they sat there and they told me that, you know, this was like the best I was gonna get, and that, you know, I'm dragging my feet, and that, like, I hate it for no reason, and I need to stop whining and bitching, and it fucking falls apart on us, and the engine, you know, and I've spent like more in repairs than I did actually buying the thing. And so, you know, and so I'm sitting on a brick that is worth, you know, like, not even a quarter of what I paid for it. I'm sitting on a fucking brick that freaks us out to drive, and it makes big jumps and screeches when you change gears, and it's not safe at all, you know. But again, it's like, then they turn around and then they wouldn't let me pay for the insurance, they wouldn't let me pay for the repair, so I had to, like, forcibly give them the money because I felt responsible for it and I felt whatever. But then they sit there and they're like, oh, no, this was our mistake, this was, you know, like, our problem, we feel responsible as your parents, you know, we'll pay for this, like, don't even worry about it. But ironically, it's the exact same system, because it just reinforces this idea that it's like, this is my problem and I've done something bad, but my parents should bail me out. And so I gave them the money and I made them pay for it. My dad argued with me about it for a while, but it's like, to me, the lesson that I take away from this...
singing.
In the arms of the angel, fly away. I don't know the
Back.
rest of these lyrics.
Okay, I should actually
Head up.
But
Sorry,
yeah,
go on,
it's like, the lesson that I take away from that is not, oh, we made a mistake, we'll do it better next time. The lesson I take away from that is that I should never have listened to my parents, and I should have stuck with my gut. And, you know, I'm honestly fine being out the money that I paid for the car and being out the money that I paid for insurance and for repairs, because I think it was a valuable lesson to have learned. And it's inherently distrusting of them, yeah, but it's like, that communicates, like, when I go apartment hunting or I go looking for my first house, and say what you will about me being a petty bitch, because I am, they're not going to be a part of that decision. And so because I want to be completely confident in the sense that if I buy, or I'm paying, you know, for rent, and or I buy a house and it's a bad house or it's a bad apartment, at least I can only reconcile with myself, and I know that it's my mistake and that it's something that I have to perfect and something that I have to better in my life. This entire thing with the car, and the reason I hate it so much is because it's never felt like my decision, yet I've been responsible for it. I truly feel as though I was forced into getting that car, and at the end of the day, I'm still the one who has to pay for it. So it's like it's this weird thing where it's like it wasn't my decision, but it also is. And it feels the same way with, like school. Again, it's like it was never up to me whether or not my parents put me in school. That is directly their doing. But then when you're 18, 19 years old and you look back and you're like, I'm not ready for college, then it's your fault and it's your problem and you're a lazy fuck for never having learned anything, And so it's like kind of, and just to kind of circle back to how it started, it's like, that's what I fear for my siblings, because I know that they're going down a similar path, and if anything, they're being coddled more. And so it kind of like freaks me out, this idea that it's just like they're going to be, 25 years old and they're still working a part-time job, like 3 shifts a week, and they're not doing anything. Not because of any fault of their own, but it's like they're just not ready for the world and they're behind on these things.
I've been thinking about this shit a lot,
Yeah.
Like similar shit. How do I say this? It's definitely not as I'm just gonna say it. I think this shit fucked up. Okay, I'm just gonna say I think this shit's fucked up proper. Like I'm just gonna get it out there, you know what I'm talking about? And I'm 100% glad, that you're fucking doing something about it, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I hope that you do set an example for your siblings in a sense, because this will, that you fucking ooze out of every single one of your pores and shit, you know what I'm talking about? That's like the ultimate power, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's the one thing that's holding me together, you know what I'm talking about?
I hate this game. I love this game.
I really have been thinking about the way that my decisions, and the decisions of the people around me affect me, but it's mostly at this single critical moment in my life, because it's gonna sound stupid, but I often think about what would have happened to me if my parents never divorced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Because it's like, I look at myself, right, and I recognize that I've always been like, this type of like social outcast in a sense, I've always been alienated from people. I've never been properly socialized, never will be, I missed that train,
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, if my parents never divorced, would I have been the people that I loathe today? Not that I loathe the people themselves, but what was done onto them to make them, turn to cigarettes, turn to alcohol, turn to, whatever vices, you want to name that, modern young people just fucking, not even turn to, just like, without even thinking about it, just do, you know what I'm talking about? So I'm thinking to myself, would I be like out here smoking? Would I be out here insulting my fellow man? Would I be out here, speaking out harshly? That is my question. Because my father, right? Real shit, I don't think he is a good example. My father is not a good example for me. And although I am grateful that I grew up with some semblance of a father, I have to admit this and let this be on record. We're not gonna edit this out. We're not gonna edit this out. Dad, if you're watching this, I love you. Right?
Right.
But I wouldn't say that I've had a proper father. You know what I'm talking about? I can't say I've ever had a proper fatherly figure in my life. Again, it's some type of fatherly figure, some type of example to follow, but not a good one, which to me is practically null. And my mother was barely, even. My mother was like working her ass off. Her only fucking day off was like on Friday, right? And she fucking had like fucking 9 to 5. She had 9 to 4.
Dude, did you see that?
Um,
The bullet just
yeah.
freaking screwed me over so hard.
That shit was ass.
It just
Um,
kept encircling the chest. It couldn't do anything because you
and
can't
sh-
fire more
and
bullets
she
after
was
that.
fucking busting her ass at that convenience store while my father was either jobless or like working, gig by gig. You know what I'm talking about? But it's like a stable little renovation business, which did bring good money, but it wasn't stable.
Right.
And again, that pretty much left me with just my grandmother, and my grandmother was again this fucking fake Christian wearing Christ on her fucking sleeve. You know what I'm talking about? Fucking always blaming God for everything. Fucking hysterically crying. Fucking if I don't fucking do my homework fast enough, she gonna beat me with a shoe. You know what I'm talking about? And I wouldn't say I was downright raised by her. Like she taught me everything, because like my base knowledge and my base moral compass, it comes from my mother. She was the only fucking person who, even though she had like limited time, didn't have a lot of time. I'm not saying I never saw her or anything. Like obviously I saw her like every day, every night when she came back home. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She was the one who gave me that baseline, to play off of. And I'm again wondering what would have happened to me if them motherfuckers never divorced. Because this is also fucking stupid. But when I was when I was in 4th grade, this is ridiculous. When I was in 4th grade, right? I said this before. I imagine taking a gun, right, and shooting myself in front of my family. Is that really, the result of a good childhood? It's not like I was like beaten to death or something, or like I was fucking beaten, over the head with a frying pan. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like, what would have happened to me if that divorce, never happened? I don't think anything good would have happened, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm talking about? And again, it's way less serious than, you literally fucking pulling yourself by the bootstraps, which again, I respect a lot, but, I just been, again, I think about this shit every day. And I
don't think that's any less respectable. And I think
Nah,
I think
it's
in
not
both
about
of
the respect.
I think in both of our cases, I think the biggest thing that anybody would tell us is it's just it's okay to entertain the thoughts, but it's not okay to dwell on them. And
Yeah,
so
I
it's
don't be
like,
dwelling on that shit.
yeah, and I know you're not. And in the same way, it's not like every fucking waking moment, I'm just sitting down drinking my coffee. I'm like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? And then I'm at work and I'm like, oh shit, it's like nothing like that. But it is definitely. It's big and it's stressful because it affects it affects a part of your life that you're not in control of, but you're responsible for, and so that's kind of where some of it comes from. So it's like I have no say in how these things go, but I still have to live with the consequences. So I can only hope and gamble and pray that they're going to be as in my favor as I would like them to be.
Sometimes I say these are tests from God, but I wouldn't even know. I don't like to think that God is too involved in my life,
I mean, I think he is. I think maybe not too involved in the sense of like, just deciding everything. But I think he's
gives me
hints
hints every day.
Yeah, but I think he's a bigger part of our lives than maybe we realize, but not like a controlling kind of way.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of moments in my life even where it's just like doesn't even have to be anything. Like I think one thing that is I remember one time my mom, back before any of us were born, so well, I say remember, but the story she told me, it was back before any of us were even born, she was living in an apartment. She was just talking about just being in this like awful bout of depression or whatever, just like things going on, just like it just felt so out of her control. And then I just remember her talking about just seemingly randomly, she found a little paper angel on her windshield, and and she didn't even know anybody that would have left that. Nobody admitted to it, and she didn't have anybody she knew in the area.
Yeah.
So it truly only could have been random, but it still happened regardless. And so I think that's kind of what God does. I don't think he always intervenes in the way that he did, back in the Old Testament of the Bible, but I think he's just there to,
I
give
hate
us
video
small-
games.
I sneak up and hit you like a fucking.
But I think he's just there to give us small bits of guidance and things like that, and to talk with us. And and I remember, even when I was being a butthurt little bitch about a girl one time, and then just just kind of having this big epiphany moment where I finally kind of let go of it. I just remember, I've told the story a few times, where I don't even fucking remember where I was, and that's what's crazy about it to me. But I just remember I was walking around this field that I hadn't been in before, and just kind of just looking up at the sky, and there weren't any clouds, wasn't anything going on. It was just kind of like, from where I was standing, if you look directly up, there was nothing in your field of vision. There were no clouds, there were no trees or buildings or anything. It was literally just the vastness of the sky. Not even the sun was visible. And so it was just this perfectly sculpted, like, blue background to everything. And you could just look up, and your entire vision was just filled with that. You couldn't even see, like, your nose in between your eyes or anything. And so it was just this, just truly, like, almost lack of anything else. And I just remember just sitting there for a while, and then it just kind of fucking put it all into perspective. And it was like, just kind of realize how big everything is around you. And so it's kind of silly to, like, dwell on these small things, or to let them affect your whole life like that. And and I think that's kind of what God does for us. And I don't think that he didn't sit down and he'd go, stop being depressed, like you're wrong for this, and read my fucking Bible, read my latest newsletter. But I think he gives us stuff like that. He gives us the tools to be able to come to the right conclusions, but it's still our choice to listen to them or to not.
Yeah. Is it wrong for me to think that God fucks with me every day?
Fucks with you in what sense?
Fucks with me. I think he's pulling pranks on me. I think he's trying to make me think I'm the Messiah or some shit. Unironically. Listen, this is not a joke. I'm not trying to be funny or something. Because, like, he's giving me way too many coincidences in my day-to-day life. You know what I'm talking about? Like, way too many coincidences. Way too many small, tiny details that only I would notice. You know what I'm talking about? That are, like, personal to myself. And I'm just thinking to myself, what the fuck is going on? This is shit out of my control. You know what I'm talking about? I can't really name anything.
I think maybe there's something there, but I think coming to the conclusion that you're the Messiah is probably the wrong idea.
Nah. I don't think I'm the Messiah. That was like a little joke. But I'm just saying, what the fuck is his goal here? What is he trying to make me do?
Go read the Bible. Go pray to him. Go talk.
Go read the Bible. Go read the Bible. You're gonna know everything. You should read the Bible.
Nah, but this shit is crazy. Like, I'm gonna see, like, the person who I pay, like, extreme attention to while at the bus, like a creep, you know what I'm talking about? And then, like, I'll be gone, right?
Oh.
What?
I said, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off the bus, right, and do my own shit. Then I'm gonna get on a completely different bus with, like, a different number and everything. The same person in that same fucking place on that same fucking bus. You know what I'm talking about? Not the same fucking bus, a different bus, but you know what I'm talking about? And there's, like, shit, like, tiny little scraps of letters with, like, specific, writings on them. Fucking specific details, in the skyline that I never paid attention before. Because I always tell myself, always look up, you'll see something new, right? And I always see something new. What's up with that? I'm gonna look at the same fucking apartment block, right? And every day I'm gonna see some new shit in there, you know what I'm talking about? Like, what's going on there? That's not God. That's not God doing that. That's me pulling tricks on myself. But you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Again,
there's some more shit. or like the whole week I think about something, right? I think about like a specific song lyric or like specific piece of art or like whatever the fuck, right? And then I'm gonna be in
Right.
school or some shit, and we're gonna be talking about that shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not thinking about that shit because that's what we're learning in school, right? I'm thinking about that shit on my own accord, and then suddenly I'm in school and they're talking about the same shit I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Or like I talk to a friend and
Man, I
I'm
just got so unlucky.
yeah, or like I'm talking to a friend, and again I've been thinking of like a whole week, and he fucking like drops it like randomly on me, like what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Again, there's some shit I can't really name, and some of the shit that I did name is definitely way more, how do I say it, valid, than other shit I mentioned. But I think there's definitely something at play, and I don't know what. What do you think?
But I don't think that's God playing a trick on you, but no, I think there is definitely something there, and I do think that is something to take into consideration. Just kind of keep looking for, I guess. But
Yeah, I don't think he's
Yeah.
playing tricks on me. He's not that type of motherfucker. He's
well, you
like
say
chill.
you say you think he's playing
That was like
pranks on you.
that was like a wild exaggeration.
Oh, okay.
I'm
But no, I
sorry.
mean there might be something there, but I think it's one of those things. And to say this not to be dismissive of it, but I do think it's one of those personal things that like only you or a person living your life could really answer or find the meaning to.
That
Because
shit's crazy.
like you were saying, like these things are things that are only personal to you, and they're based on like your thoughts and things that you're noticing. It's like
Yeah.
if you ask, Mr. Jason sitting right next to you, like Jason wasn't thinking about what you were thinking, so that means nothing to him.
That's true. Still, is it like my thoughts reflecting into the real world, or the real world, tapping into my thoughts? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
We gotta sit on this, is what I'm trying to say. I've also been having like this really weird feeling lately where I feel like a huge cataclysm is going to happen at any point. That's like
Alright.
this is random. This is like totally random. I just feel like something big is gonna happen. Is that stupid, or does that have any basis
Yeah.
in anything?
Well, I wouldn't know. It's like, what do you think is gonna happen?
Something big.
The apocalypse.
Nah, it's not the apocalypse. It's just a cataclysmic event which will change the fabric of society as we know it.
I don't know. Could be anything, but there's also just so much talk about war and just everything going on with
That's
good
that's
old
true.
Palestine and Israel and Hamas. So I mean, some of that
That's
could be on
true.
your brain.
Yeah, that's
No,
that
I mean, I
actually
think
makes
just-
sense.
Yeah. I think just generally we're in a very unstable time where everything is kind of the end of the world as we know it.
Oh no, it's no end, man. The world never ends.
God, my luck.
It's what the fuck are you doing, Lauren?
Trying to get gold.
You
armor.
mean apocalypse?
Who the fuck is Apocalypse? I'm talking to Lyman. My cat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And hi. Hi.
Woof.
What the fuck? Hi. You, Babe, you want that sticky?
Yes.
Hey yo, I didn't know pussies wanted that sticky too. I thought it was only bitches.
Yeah.
Bitches want that sticky.
I hope you know that ever since you sent me that, like, I'm not even kidding. I've had that stuck in my head. It like it's like fucking tinnitus. It plays if there's just like a lack of sound for too long. Sometimes at work, when I'm alone or whatever, and there's no customers in the building, and I just hear the buzz of the fluorescent bulbs overhead. Eventually, I'll just start hearing bitches won't that sticky.
Do you hear like the continuation, but they
Yes,
won't
I
let
hear
you
the
get-
yeah, I hear the whole thing.
No, you don't. You don't fucking. God. Why?
I don't know. It's like my brain just pulls it out subconsciously when there's like a lack of sound. It just starts trying to entertain itself. It's like, ah, shit, he's not thinking about anything. Let's put this in here.
For months.
For months, yes. It's like my brain. It's like my brain has like such like a low lack of activity at certain times that it's like, shit. If he doesn't start like using brain power, he's gonna fucking die. He's gonna forget how to
I
breathe or
love
something.
you.
So it's like it's gotta stimulate itself with that.
Oh my fucking god. This
I've only
shit
been playing
fucking.
this game for 2 hours, but it feels like I've been playing it for 2 centuries.
This shit's fucking reminding me. You know that like phenomenon of like dementia patients like regaining all their memories like right before they die.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that's
man.
kind of crazy.
I'm imagining that, but it's like he only thinks about bitches. Just one that's sticky, because literally like all his immune system, like all the energy that's keeping him alive through his immune system, right, is redirecting into his brain. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And all the shit he can muster is thinking about like, bitch. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like that fucking 4chan green text, you know, beam me on that family watching fucking, about to die billions of seconds of porn flash before my eye, jizz everywhere.
Ah.
My last words are, oh shit. Then they arrive at, what?
Gonna be between that and like whenever my first child is born, utter space is gonna play in my head.
So your
Are you
first
ever
child
gonna tell
gets
your
born.
wife about this?
What?
So your fucking.
Are you ever gonna tell your wife about this?
No.
So your fucking child.
I think
is
you
getting
should tell your
brought-
wife about this.
So your fucking child is getting brought into this world, and it's a coin toss between bitches one that's sticky in other space by men without heads.
There's like you know sometimes you have a psychological association between two things, and sometimes like you think like, what if this thing happened, and then you're like, no, it wouldn't happen, but then because you think it won't happen,
Self-fulfilling
it will happen.
prophecy.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like we were talking about the concept of like, oh, dude, like that would be really funny to like sing to your child when they're
Kill me!
like first.
Kill me! Kill!
That would be like really funny to sing to your child when they're first born. And I was like, ah, yeah. And then I just kind of realized that because of that interaction, like I will forever have a psychological association between my child being born and that song. And so it's like for however long I try to forget it, whenever they're born, the memory is just gonna come back up.
Hey, oh man, wouldn't it be funny if this
You know,
first
I
song you
think
sang
more
to
than
your
that, I
child
know
was
before they're
bitches,
born.
bitches
Oh,
one
like
that's
9
sticky.
months leading up to their birth, you're gonna be thinking about that song a lot, and not
Yeah.
for the good reasons. Like you're gonna they're gonna be conceived.
Shit,
You're gonna like
dude,
come in your girl,
dude,
right? And then
dude,
it's gonna start playing in
dude.
your head already.
Dude,
But
at night,
And
I'll put my CD on,
I'll put
I
my
like the-
TV on.
like really low volume, so it doesn't
like
wake up my
really low
wife,
volume, so it doesn't wake up my wife.
but the baby will subconsciously hear it,
But the baby will subconsciously hear it,
and they'll take
You're like the
comfort
baby
in hearing
monster.
outer space.
and then he'll take calm from hearing from outer space.
For a worst game of telephone.
Chinese telephone, man. Nah, that's how it's called.
Oh, I thought you were
It-
saying it was a low quality telephone because it was made in China.
Nah, it's got two names: broken telephone or Chinese telephone. You know
I've only ever heard it just called telephone.
Same.
because you're stupid.
Night night.
Yeah, you whiz.
Hey Sam.
Well, yeah.
Are you whiz? Taking a whiz?
Yeah, man.
No,
you
he's a
whiz
black
kid.
guy. That's what the black guy.
Man, is it me or like are the gargoyles in this game like a metaphor for like light skinned motherfuckers with like really big foreheads?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Like fucking mixed race motherfuckers.
That's true because they're very deadly. I don't know what does that mean though?
Nah, cause like they're muscular, they're like they got the same skin tone, they take you.
I don't
bitch.
know what the typical mixed race person like has to do with gargoyles from Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
I'm talking about them biracial motherfuckers.
Yes.
You know, they got them really big foreheads.
God.
They got them really big foreheads.
I don't know. I feel like whenever somebody talks about somebody having a big forehead, I feel like it's typically the whitest people ever.
Nah,
That's
cause like
true.
if you biracial, you got the big forehead gene.
I don't know. I feel like I've seen
Oh,
more.
look at him. He look like skin as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've seen more big foreheaded white guys than big foreheaded mixed race people.
Cause you ain't been looking at the right mixed race people. That's why.
What two races do you have to mix to get a big forehead?
Well,
Yo, that's
2
kinda
parts white, 1.5 parts black.
Put in the oven for 9 months.
cool.
Exactly.
No.
Ah!
No. Screams of agony. Angel trumpets and demon horns sound from above and tear apart the earth again and again and again.
You know what hurts me more than I could ever imagine?
Yeah. What?
Fucking me.
I will never own a copy of Sprint Witch Age on cassette
Why?
Bye bye.
because a total of 4 people are confirmed to have ever owned it at any point in history, and there has never been a listing for it on Discogs ever.
Get fucked. Pausing for impact. For the
Or it's gonna be
Discogs
like
shit.
Mindless Self-Indulgence, but Mindless Self-Indulgence would be even worse.
Yeah, well, that I've seen quite a few copies of that get sold. I've seen at least 4 or 5 get passed
Sorry,
around.
it's better. It's like Darth Vader / Weirdo.
There we
Let me
go.
tell y'all something. Listen, for the longest time, right? I thought that crappy little demo was literally just like the songs I already heard the albums and they're like the same, you know what I'm talking about? Which is like a really wild misconception on my part. But today I listened to the whole shit. And the demo versions are literally better than the album versions, besides Tornado and Panty Shot. What's going on here?
Panty Shot had an album version.
A live version, but
Yeah, dude, Panty Shot, like the demo version of Panty Shot sucks ass, but it's like
the only good part is when it goes a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Cause like when it goes a little bit crazy and it's like fuck and touch the children, you know, I'd say it's better in the demo, like the instrumentation and the vocals and the
Man.
vocals. Thing is, you know what's crazy? Frankenstein Girls, right? By Mindless Self-Indulgence is like, it sounds totally different from Tight. Like, yeah, I can imagine the same band, you know, making both these fucking albums. I mean,
yeah, but it's
why
so weird
not?
that it's like in the same year but that different.
Yeah, and another
I
thing.
think the biggest thing is just like I think Tight is more synth driven, and then you know, and then Frankenstein Girls is more guitar driven.
I don't know, cause like when I think of Tide, I think of not the guitars exactly, but more like the effects and stuff. And when I think of Frankenstein Girls, I think of the synths.
Really?
Yeah, it's got the fattest synths
It's
on
like-
any
well,
MSI
yeah.
record.
Well, yeah, but it's like you listen to the. I mean, like he straight up used a fucking Atari on it, but like I feel like Tight just sounds a lot more kind of like almost kind of like 90s hip hop kind of funk, because you know it was parodying a lot of that. It's like I feel like the actual synthesizers are actual synthesizers, but then Frankenstein Girls I feel like is a lot more obsessed with the technicality of things. So it's like like, oh, in order to make this like cheap sounding synth, like here's the millions of dollars we put into the machines to make it do that. Here's like the setup we did, and again, like that was kind of the big thing with it because they had all that money being thrown at them.
Excuse me?
What the fuck?
What if you can only get it once per playthrough?
What happened?
What if you could
He
only get
fucked
it once?
himself.
I'm gonna cry if that's true. Plastic is a very cool element, and we think we need more of it in our oceans. Cinephile AMVs 113. Can you please look up what happens if you get rid of the bracelet?
There's no need to look up. The evidence is here.
I'm gonna-
yourself.
Should I restart my playthrough?
Evidence is here. We drank beer.
Beard. Beard.
And he still persists. What's in it for you?
Nothing. In fact, I'm kind of empty.
Oh yeah. Also, back to Crack Middle demo. I will say I really like it's not too different from the album version, but I do kind of like Bitches more on there because I feel like the guitar's a little more intelligible. It's a little more like front sounding.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is I cannot believe that they came up with both Bitches and Tornado in the same fucking sessions. Those are like two totally different sounding fucking songs. What the fuck is going on?
Tornado, baby.
I love the
baby.
I love
Shout
the
out to
piano.
baby.
I love the piano on Tornado.
Yeah, so much. I love it so much. I mean, especially when I first got into the song, it kind of made me come of it, you know?
I hate myself.
Man,
Rock this joint.
you know what's crazy? I actually misheard the lyrics, you know, on I Hate Myself as I love myself.
You know, when I was literally, I think
Dude,
what
fucking
really hooked
Yanni
me.
or Laurel.
Yeah, another thing, on the song he goes like getting down. I'm getting down with my bad self. I still, you know, misheard it, and I still fucking sing it as, you know, get down with my real sound, because it sounds like more hip hop. You know what I'm talking about?
I always sort of get down with my bad sound.
Same.
I heard get down with my real sound, and now when I sing it, that's what I sing.
I think
And
I
I'm
think
gonna
what
continue
hooked,
singing it like that.
I think what hooked me on Tornado when I first started listening like anything mindless self-indulgence, even at all, was just the freaking piano. Just they're like, oh my god, this like makes me sperm.
White guy when he hit the piano.
Me when I listen to how I learned. How does it feel demo version?
How does it feel in life after love? That's the song.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Stop the recording.
I have not. Okay, I'll stop the recording. Fine.
Yeah.
Wow, you bet.
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye. 3, 2, 1.
I wanna die.
Say your goodbyes, everybody.
I hate myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Firing squad.
There's been Big Dick's 13 because I like 'em 13 inches and under. Yeehaw!
Cinephile AMVs 113 forever.
Shut the fuck up, Santa.